What a glorious day today is. My shirt over here, I changed my shirt after it came off on the last stream. Shirts off, sun's out, guns out, Titans on top, they win the comp. We're on here today. Hey guys, how you going today on BKRsport? We are live for the West Tigers take on the Newcastle Knights in what is looking like it could be an absolute belter of a game. Nothing beats the last one though. Oh boy, nothing beats the last one though. It is, look, it's just simply time that we watch on as these teams play on to try and make up for just the absolute demolition that we saw in the last game. Oh my goodness me, we saw a demolition. But look, let's stop focusing on the last game. Let's get into this game here, guys. Obviously, hit that like button, subscribe for a new round here. And let's smack it. So the West Tigers, they come in this game from third position. The Knights come in this game from fourth position, and this is at Campbelltown Sports Stadium in Sydney. Game starts in 5 minutes' time. The ins for the Tigers, Paddy Herbert and Tony Suka, with the outs being Falatino Tovana and Luke Laulali'i. The fullback is Dream Buller, with the wingers being Hiamasi Makasini and Jarrell Skelton. Centres of Sonia Tadorova and Paddy Herbert. You go to the 5'8", which is Jock Madden, and the halfback is Adam Dewey. Jock Madden's been really good these last couple of games. The front row forwards are Terrell May and Fanua Bole. Number 9 being Apisai Korowi-Sau, who is the captain. Then you go to the back row, Samuela Faiunu and Kai Pearce-Paul, with the 13 being Alex Twal. Interchange of Latu Faiunu, Sione Faiunu, Royce Hunt, Alex Seyfarth, Tristan Hope and Tony Suka, with the coach being Benji Marshall. Tigers so far this season, they're sitting up there in third position. With a win here, they would go into second. I have to quickly run through this now because the game's about to start. With a win here, they would go into second, but actually equal first with the Penrith Panthers. With a loss here, however, the Tigers would drop below the Knights into fourth position. If they lost by about 30-odd points, they'd go below the Cowboys. But that's it, because it's the last game of the round. So Tigers win. They go into second to equal first. If the Tigers lose, they will go into fourth, equal third, alongside the Warriors. Now, for the Knights, on the other hand, their ins, Cody Hopwood. Their out is Brabham Best. The fullback is Fletcher Hunt, with the wingers being Dominic Young and Greg Martiu. Centres of Dane Gagai and Wilson DeCourcy, with the 5'8" being Fletcher Sharp and the halfback Sandon Smith. You go to the front row forwards of Jacob Saifidi, who is the captain. He's been brilliant this year. And Trey Mooney, with the number 9 being Phoenix Crossland. The back row is Dylan Lucas and Jermaine McEwen, with the 13 being Matt Croker. Interchange of Harrison Graham, Tyson Frizzell, Pasami Sawalo, Thomas Kant, Tyson Gamble and Cody Hopwood, with the coach being Justin Holbrook. The Knights, they've also been fantastic this season. I really like the way they're playing their footy. Their attacking style, they're really just going all out. They're just attacking as hard as they can and saying, listen, you can only beat us if you can break us down and, prevent us from all this absolutely stunning attack that we're showing at the moment. And they're without Dylan Brown and Caleb Ponga still. I've really liked what the Knights have been doing. Now, they're in fourth position. If they win this game, they go to equal first with the Panthers, but they will be in second due to points differential plus 32. If they lose this game, however, they will just, well, maybe not. If they lose this game by 16 points or more, they go below the Cowboys into fifth position. But for the time being, they are in fourth. But with a win, same thing as the Tigers. With a loss, same thing as the Tigers in fourth, but also just don't lose by 16 points or more if you were to go and lose that one. So, look, I don't know who to tip here today. I think I may have tipped the Tigers on it. No, I think I might tip the Knights on NRL.com. I think I might have. I think I may have. Let me have a look. No, I've gone the Knights, yeah. Yeah, I have gone the Knights on NRL.com there. So, not a spectacular week of the old tipping. Yeah, it's not a spectacular week of the old tipping, but that is pretty much just the old average go of everyone week to week at the moment. But guys, hit that like button, subscribe for new around here. Obviously, we're on a massive high after my team just put 50 points past Parramatta. The old squeals and Duffy's. Oh, that's already the member from the last stream. Get around ya. But yeah, get into the chat. Final game of the round, round 6. Lee McQuaid says Tigers by 10. Brighton says what a day. Aspect says up the Titans, baby. Screw you, Jojo. Hey, whoa, Jojo's the man, son. Jojo is the man, son. What are you talking about? Oh, my goodness me. Titans win a comp. Aspect says try scores, by the way, needs some BKR magic. Okay, very quickly. Try scores. I'm going to go Faiunu again. I'm going to go Samuela Faiunu again. I just have to, according to my breakout playlist, if the Tigers, and I back it. For the Tigers, back line, I'm going to go a little bit ease. I'm going to go. I don't think Makasini scored that much this year. I'm going to go Hiamasi Makasini on the wing. I'm going to go Makasini there. So I'll back in Makasini on the wing, and I'll go Samuela Faiunu. For the Knights, I'm going to go with. I'm going to go Greggy Martiu. With the forwards, I'll back in a bit of Dylan Lucas. That's what I'll do. Anyway, the game's about to start here, guys. It is about to start, Mundos. Connor says, let's go to the Mighty Tigers. Cosrip says Fletcher Hunt, Tavana, and KPP against his old club. Well, Valentino Tavana's not playing here today. As it is, here because I missed the Fetty Bomb, please reenact it. You need to go back and have a look at it. I took the shirt off. I dry humped. Actually, I think I dry humped the audience here on the channel at 40 or 44. I think I started pumping a good old thrust towards the screen at 44. But then when it hit 50, I took the shirt off. So a lot of pregnant BKR viewers, that's for sure. But the game has started here. The Tigers will have the ball at the 15. First tackle. Hit that like button and subscribe. Let me just refresh this score so that you can get the live score below us. And we can sit back and actually enjoy our Sunday afternoon footy as a Titans fan. Usually this is not the case. A third tackle now for the Tigers. They're going to be the 28. Beautiful day here at Campbelltown, though. Sold out stadium. Sold out. Sam says, wouldn't have complained if Titans Insta jumped on the JC Milk train. Sam says, I want to see a statement. Yeah, that would have been good. That would have been good to do. Peter says, Tigers win by 91, go top of the table. Yeah, you need help. You need help. Jacob says, Tigers 32-24. A lot of people getting around the Tigers today. I don't know. I'm just more, I just like what the Knights have been doing. But then again, both these teams could still completely fall off, but they've shown really good signs so far. So it will kind of tell me a lot more about the team that wins this game today. If there's a blowout, the team that lost, it will tell me a lot more about them than it will actually about the team that won. If it's a close game, it'll kind of show that both these teams are at a pretty similar level and they're both playing some really good footy, and whoever wins is the better team out of the two for the time being. Third tackle at the 35. So I think there's a lot to be seen from this game here today because these two teams have been the two real big surprise packets so far this season. Cowboys fans, I'm not including you. I'm not convinced on you whatsoever just yet. I need to see a lot more out of you. I think you're getting a dream run of the draw at the moment for mine. But the Tigers and Knights have done some pretty good things so far. So let's see how they go here today. Anyway, fit tackle for the Knights at the 48, and Sanders Smith's going to kick this ball down to the 15, where Dream Buller now brings this ball out here to the 25 on first tackle. Fletch is up the blade, Titans. Mate, Titans might be the greatest team of all time, Fletch. Let's be serious. Let's be really serious here. Second tackle now for the Tigers. I get this ball at 35. Gary says, g'day everyone. Blaze, you must be buzzing after that championship type victory from the Titans, mate. You damn well know it, son. Third tackle here with the Tigers at the 45. Oh my gosh. Make me sick. Mo says, all right, this is the game I've been looking forward to most of the week. I agree. Yeah, no, this has been a game that was really confusing to tip, and both teams have been playing really well, but both have that kind of air about them that a fall-off could happen. So this game will prove to you a lot about both these teams. Fit tackle now at the 25. Who do these two teams actually play next week? I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here, but who do they play next week? They kick this ball up here, Dewey into the corner. Greggy Martiu gets the ball. He's away. Greggy Martiu's away here. Oh, penalty for an escort. Penalty for an escort. So next week, the Tigers will play the Broncos. A very winnable match with their outs. And the Knights will play the Roosters. So interesting week there for both those teams. Tigers expected to win that game, but also the Broncos can still score despite their outs right now, obviously. Best Sport says, who said you could put your shirt back on? Mate, listen, I already dry humped the audience at the 44-point mark and then took my shirt off at the 50. I can't just provide a naked BKR for you 24/7. I can't do it. You know, we all know what happened in the last game, but I can't do it 24/7. So you just got to hope for the next Fitty Bomb, and be lucky if any clothes are on at that point. First tackle now for the Tigers, Alex Twell. Second tackle here at the 4 meters out here of the try line for the Tigers. Now roll it back to Apisai Koroisau. He'll go left-hand side. Jock Madden at the 10. Jock Madden goes at himself. He'll be 3 meters away from the line. Third tackle. What a weekend of rugby league, though. Pick the Knights in this one as well, hopefully. It's a hard one to tip, but yeah, I just thought that I thought maybe the Knights have shown me. I'm getting real. I don't know. It's such a hard game to predict, man. It's 50-50. Full tackle now at the 5. Both teams can win. One of these teams will win, and both of them have a right to it. Tigers flick the ball over the top here. Chance for Sunda Torova. Try time for the Tigers. Try time for the Tigers. Sunda Torova in the corner, and it is 4-0 here. With a kick to come. 4-0 with a kick to come. Oh, jeez. The reel on Instagram is too funny. People are getting around the heels. The reel of me taking it off. Anyway, 4-0 with a kick to come. Market view. Tried side. Sinatarova. Too good there. I would have preferred this game to be at Leichhardt. I'm not going to lie. Like, Campbelltown's looking good at the moment, but I would have loved this game to be at Leichhardt. It would have been amazing Sunday afternoon game here at Leichhardt Oval for mine. But either way, like, it's fine. Sold out. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. Good try there for the Tigers. Sonatarova in the corner. Full-time story says Tigers will win this one. Well, we'll see. It's a good start for them. Very good start from the first 5 minutes. Very good start for them. C. Lauer says, why is your audio quite bad? Sounds like you're in a Cessna plane or a helicopter. Because I am in a Cessna plane / helicopter. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce Cessna, but because I am in a helicopter, mate. Michael says, Tigers accompanying the Dolphins try. Is anybody else having audio issues? Sounds like a you problem. It's fine on my end. I'm pretty certain this is a same old comment from a certain group of people that for some reason, I don't know why they do it. Like, I actually don't even know what the purpose is for them coming in here to do it, but there's like a group of people or one person who creates fake accounts that always complains about the audio, and it's like he's the only person, they're the only people that ever complain about it. And I think it is one person, to be fair. I really do. I think it is. But I just don't understand what the purpose of it is. And it's such like jobless thing to do. But it is 6-0 here to the Tigers with 34 minutes to go in the first half. Paul says Tigers fades second half. Beautiful kick. No, it was a nice kick. He definitely shaped it well left. He knows the wind is obviously quite strong here today, and then it gets it obviously through the post. Nick Hill says Benji Magic on show so far this season. I agree both these teams have been the surprise this season, 100%. Probably Roos. Not a bad shout, Jay, to be fair. No, not an awful shout. Not an awful shout. So 34 minutes left here the first half. And the Tigers already in the lead. 6-0. Dreambuller gives it out to Funobole, and he'll be at the 15. It's actually really impressive. Like, we knew the Tigers were developing. I didn't think it would be this quick. Like, I knew we did predict them to be, again, higher this year and to be putting a lot better of a show on. But so far, they really have improved to a significant level. Like, they're not going to be winning no comp, but, like, they should be very happy with their improvement, where they are a genuine competitive top 8 team right now. And they should be in the top 8 based off of form, absolutely. You know, I want to see them play the Panthers, obviously, and people are off the Panthers now, which is just astounding considering people last week were saying they never lose a game for the season, and now they've lost one game, and now everyone's saying, oh, well, I had a question saying, are they even top 4 anymore? And I'm like, are you serious? Knights get the ball, hit the 15. People are so immediately reactionary. But that's why you'll notice here with my streams, I'm not immediately reactionary. I will say that the Tigers are showing some really good signs, but there's 27 rounds here, and right now I would probably put them in between, on a long-term season basis, I'd put them between 5 to 8 right now, even though they're third right now. Third tackle at 25, which is a major improvement, which would be their first top 8 experience since 2011. Someone on the NRL Facebook page put Eels robbed. Yeah. They robbed us of 80 minutes of our life, mate. Robbed us of 80 minutes of our life. All right, so the Knights now at the 42. They will kick this ball to the corner where it will be Dreambuller, who picks this ball up at the 20 and takes it out to the 30 now on first tackle. Jared says, yeah, Tigers have shown good development and there is hunger in this new team, which means good signs to come. Yeah, last week was a good telling sign, even though it was against the Eels, who have now had 50 put past them. And Eels fans, losing the game was justifiable based on injuries. Losing 52-10 is not justifiable due to the injuries that you did have. Your defense is the worst defense in the league right now. If you knock on there from the Tigers, and the Knights get the ball here at the 45. The Eels defense is the worst defense in the league by like a long way too. A long way. Let's have a look here. The Eels have given up 226 points so far this season. The second worst is the Raiders at 182. So you've given up 44 more points than the Raiders this season, who was second last for their defense. So injuries are not an excuse for that kind of a scoreline. It's a typical scoreline for the Eels, unfortunately. It's their second 50 bomb they've conceded so far this year, and to 2 teams in the bottom 5. The Storm were the first ones. They're in 5th last, equal with second last right now too, mind you. And the Titans are in 4th last, equal to second last. So those are the 2 teams you've conceded 52. So it's worrying. It's very, very worrying, because that you can't blame today on the injuries. You can't blame that kind of scoreline on injuries. You can blame a loss on it, not that scoreline. Second tackle here at the 40 for the Knights. Phoenix Crossland, he'll go to the left-hand side to Matt Croker, hits the grass. Fletcher Hunt with the ball now. He'll be 35 metres away from the line, third tackle. So I know the rule is if you concede 50, you can't win the Prem, but if you score a 50 bomb, does that cancel it out? No. No team that has ever conceded 50 points has won the competition before. The only team that the highest conceded was 49 for the Knights in 2001. They go out to the left, that was to the Sharks, but they ended up winning the comp, but it was 49. So fit tackle now 10 metres away. Greg Martiu gives it off here to Fletcher Sharp. Sharp now to Sandon Smith. Sandon Smith kicks his ball into Dream Bull. That was an awful kick from Sando. And Tigers bought the 10. Tigers look the better in this first 10 minutes here, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe. Tigers definitely look the better here at the moment. At the moment, I definitely do look the better. So second tackle, now third tackle for the Tigers at the 23. And penalty to the West Tigers. Any Sunday spins? Not today, A6. We'll do another dono day next week. It's very difficult to do with my style of commentary because obviously I am trying to commentate the game and that does bring a bit of fun into it. But it's not like I appreciate your donos, but it's not like a necessity kind of deal for me. So when it happens, and that's amazing. But it's not like a necessity. So we'll do that like intermittently. Sometimes we'll do a dono stream for a day, and sometimes we won't across a weekend. It just really depends on how the games are operating. So 6 again here for the Tigers. I actually still owe you guys 3 spins as well, mind you. I still owe you 3 spins. 6 again for the Tigers. They're at the 45 on the night side of the field. Finobole, he'll roll back to Apisai Korowisau off to Jock Madden. Jock Madden at the back again to Dream Buller. Dream Buller, ooh, knock on there from the Tigers. No, they're going to say backwards. They usually call it forward, but anyway. And penalty to the Tigers. Wow, that's a brutal last couple of moments. That's a brutal last couple of moments of them. Was it Mitch Motors on a burner account? I reckon probably, yeah. I would say yes. I would say yes. It's just good to see so many like happy Titans fans, man. It's just so good to see. Someone said, is anyone asking to drop Kinney now? And then Keanu Kinney Lover replied, sliming out everyone who doubted the king. Sliming out is crazy. That is crazy. What a week, though. Chargers, with that Chargers jersey into a 50-point win. What a time to be alive. Second tackle now for the Tigers. They're 13 metres away here in the line. Second tackle, Apisai Korowisau. He'll go to Jock Madden. Jock Madden at the back here to Dewey. Dewey taken down to the 13 on third tackle. Korowisau, left-hand side to Dream Buller. And Buller is 2 minutes away from the line. Fourth tackle. And a quick play. Try time. Apisai Korowisau. Well, Knights, this isn't good. This isn't good. The Tigers are kind of running amok against you right now. They are looking good, and the Knights just simply aren't looking that great. Apisai Korowisau, it's 10-0 here with a good to come. Do you think Mitchell Moses regrets leaving the Tigers? Peter, listen, I love you. I appreciate you for supporting the channel, and I appreciate you for watching the channel. Mitchell Moses left the Tigers like dead set, like 7 years ago, mate. Since Mitchell Moses left the Tigers have gone on to win 3 wooden spoons in a row and consistently been down to the bottom 4 besides the last 2 years, and last year they were still equal with the bottom 4 and 5th last. What are you talking about? Do I think that Mitchell Moses regrets leaving the Tigers? I think Tedesco does too. I can't even believe. Again, Peter, thank you for supporting the channel, mate, but what are you talking about? Oh, boy. Atalini Snova says, who's got the first try? Sonia Druva. Sonia Druva's got the first try. And now Apisai Korowisau. So a couple of Fijian boys. Totoviti. Fiji. What a weekend for me. Fiji and Drew win. Arsenal lose. If City beat Chelsea tonight, Titans win by 50. And I got 2 of my Fijian Bati boys. Totoviti. Korowisau. Sonia Druva scoring. Oh, it's an unbelievable weekend, mate. It's just absolutely spectacular. The only thing that lets it down is that we had to put ourselves through 80 minutes of that Roosters Sharks game. That's the only bad moment of this weekend. But now you just look back and you learn from it. You have to laugh at that game, otherwise you'll cry. Jock Madden will get the kick. It is 12-0 to the Tigers with 27 minutes to go the first half. I think the person who proper regrets leaving West is Pappenhausen. Yeah, you're right, mate. Yeah, he definitely regrets leaving the West Tigers, yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Just without the absolutely part and the Muppet, you are a Muppet part, yeah. Jared says, what Roosters Sharks game that never happened? That's also a great point. You make a really spectacular point there. I back it. But the Tigers are all over the Knights here. Knights, you've got to find a way to turn up because this is looking hard to watch as we currently speak. Could we? There's no way, but could we see 2 big blowouts on Sunday? Right now, it's looking like it. That's why the conversation happens. It doesn't mean I believe it happens, but like right now, you cannot tell me the Tigers aren't looking very good. Terrell May, he'll be at the 25 on third tackle. Cosrip says, I'm sure all ex-Tigers players are disappointed their yearly Bali trips were ruined by finals of football. Valid. That's a great discussion point. So, do we? But again, I think the Tigers, when I do my, so if you guys don't know, fifth tackle with the Tigers 50, I will be doing a ladder prediction update, which is ultimately like a power rankings in my opinion, my personal opinion. They let the ball bounce, this is going to be a dropout. Yep. Oh, no, it's not good enough. Not good enough. Tigers are all over you. Dropout coming up here from the Knights to Tigers. After next week's round, that'll be 7 rounds in, I will be doing a ladder update for my preseason predictions. There's going to be a whopping amount of changes, obviously. Titans obviously go to the top undefeated, but it's going to be interesting where to put the Knights right now, and also the Tigers, but I would put the Tigers in the 8, yeah. Atalini Services go Fiji go Tosso Viti Vadava Viti Fire first tackle now at the 20. And now Futopole, he'll bring this ball to the 10 on second tackle. Tigers will have a decently tough couple of games after this, given those teams find form. Yeah, I would agree with that, but also this is really good for them right now. Alex 12, third tackle at the 5. Kotoi Sau, again to Jock Madden. Jock Madden off to Samwala Fainu, and Samwala Fainu pumping the legs. 1 metre out, 4 tackle. 4 tackle. Here they come. Jock Madden, Terrell May, quick pass, dream baller. They go again, right hand side. And they'll be... he's still gone, Paddy Herbert. Go, Paddy. Ex-Titan. Taken down to the 5. Not that we really love that, but I also know Paddy Herbert's a great dude. Fifth tackle here at the 15. Jock Madden puts it up in the air. Somewhat a Fayonu coming through. He'll catch the ball. He'll throw the ball back. They'll go to the left-hand side. They'll kick it off. 6 again coming up. Don't worry. Tigers might score. No, he's half a metre short. Half a metre short. First tackle. Kotoi Sau gets it at the back. They go again. Terrell May. Take it down 1 metre out. Oh, he'll actually be held up over the line here. No, they're going to go back to the 1. They've got numbers out the right. They've got numbers out the right. Kick it. Oh, Jock Madden taking down the 4. You should have kicked that. You would have had an easy try. I know it was second tackle, but like don't worry, you're going to score anyway, aren't you? Oh, how are the Knights defending this right now? Well done to Newcastle for defending this set, because the Tigers are all over him. Kotoi Sau, they go to the right. Great defense. Batorova, Sonia Taruva, Tosoviti, Sonia Taruva. Fiji has scored all 3 tries so far. Tosoviti. Hey, Viti, stand up to that. Oh boy. Oh, Miko, Panther Army. He's the guy who takes his shirt off at every Panthers game. He messaged me saying, "Shirts off, man. Love it, my brother." Up the Titans. He is the king of taking his shirt off at games. I give him that. I bow down to the king of taking his shirt off at Panthers games. But the Tigers are steamrolling the Knights right now. They are steamrolling. What they're doing is they're not allowing the Knights to get on the attack, and they're forcing them into defense. And Justin Holbrook's not a good defensive coach, but he's a great attacking coach. And the Knights need attack to be any good, is what this game is telling me right now. If they don't have the ball, if they don't have any form of attack, their defense is still susceptible. And the Tigers are looking really good doing it. They're not mucking around. Yeah, so after he scored that try, he has kicked that ball to the Gold Coast. That's how far he's kicked it away. Kokomus is grasping the feedy bomb. Mate, slap up. Oh. Slap up of a game. Could be another big scoring game if the Knights don't look out. Yep, 100%. 100%. I haven't eaten yet. I'm so hungry. No offense to this game. I love this game. I'm happy with this game, but I'm also waiting for this game to be over so I can eat. I haven't eaten today. Outback Dan says, what happened to the Eels? Do you want my answer, Outback Dano? Would you like my answer, sir? I don't know if you're an Eels fan or a Titans fan or just a hater of the Eels, man. So I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure how to respond. So the Tigers here on the right-hand side. Jock Madden to convert it. Can he make it 18-0? He will. No. No, he will not. So, Outback Dano, I'll reply to you from a neutral perspective away from being a Titans fan, obviously. The Eels right now are the worst defensive team in the competition by 46 points on the Raiders with the second worst defensive team in the competition. The Eels have given up 226 points already so far this season. So the issue with the Eels is that a lot of their fans right now will blame the fact that they had injuries in that game, but also injuries can give you a valid excuse in regards to losing a game, but not by 52 points to 10, which, mind you, is not the first time they've conceded that this year, where they conceded 50 points to the Storm in round 1, and the two teams they've conceded 52 were the Titans, who are in 4th last, and the Storm, who are in 5th last, and they're both equal with each other right now. So it's not like the Eels are giving up 50 points to the Panthers. And they didn't give up. They gave 48 points, though, to the Panthers, mind you. But it's not like they're giving up 50 points to those kind of teams. But they've given up 2 50-pointers to two teams in the bottom 4, bottom 5. The Eels don't have any defense, and their attack was lackluster. With Moses was awful. He's not in form. Ronald Volkman's not the answer. Jonah Pez, he was out. That's an issue in regards to their attack, but also they conceded 50. So there is a lot of problems at the Eels right now. Oh, 1 second. Tigers here at the 50. Paddy Herbert at the 45, at the 40, the 35, the 30. Great run. Paddy Herbert gets his ball to the 27 on fit tackle. And they go to Adam Dewey. Dewey kicks his ball over the top here for himself. He chases it through. Good take by Fletcher Hunt. First tackle for the Knights to 5. So anyway, long story short, the injuries are not an excuse on the way they lost. The injuries were an excuse to them not potentially being at their best, but they also have looked awful this year. They, in a lot of ways, should have lost to the Dragons, but the Dragons lost that game themselves, which is what they've done a lot this season. Against the Titans, against the Eels, against against the Storm. The Dragons have lost those games themselves in a lot of ways. Again, they got smacked by the Panthers. They got smacked by the Storm. And who was the other game they played? Anyway, Tigers get this ball. Oh, the ball's going to bounce here. That's knocked over to the left-hand side for Greg Matthew. It's gone backwards. It's fine. The ball's bouncing forward, but it's gone backwards. Greg Matthew kicks it through. Fletcher Sharp flying. Knock on from the Tigers. Nice score. Fletcher Sharp. He goes smack. Fletcher Sharp will score for the Knights out of nowhere, by the way. Out of nowhere. And at 16-4 here with the kid to come. Bing bong. Had money on the Eels. I wish I thought of you beforehand. Mate, out back then, think of me, son. Think of the old BKR, son. Think of the old Blazy. Son. Come on. What the heck was that? I don't know what that was, but that was fine there from Fletcher Sharp. It doesn't go forward, and then it bounces around everywhere, but Greg Marcy kicks it through, and then Fletcher Sharp, good speed, chasing Dream Buller down. It just comes down to if Sharp touches this ball as Buller's trying to bring it in. It's a knock on Tigers regardless. But I don't know if it's a try because Fletcher Sharp may have a double knock on here. May have a double knock on. I think he's got a hand to this Fletcher Sharp. I think this will be no try, but a double knock on. Ezekiel says Taylor May be selected for... Terrell May. I was going to say Taylor May is not even playing. He's injured. But Terrell May... Shout. He should have been selected last year for mine. I'm a Queensland fan, but he should have been selected last year. I'm still waiting here for this to be confirmed. Still waiting. Brian says Memento has to flip at some point. Knight's got to rip in when they get it. Yeah, they do. And if this is a try, it's yeah, here's the bunker. Here is the bunker, ladies and gentlemen. 20 minutes left here of the first half. So Buller, it's going to be a knock-on from Buller regardless, though. Oh, they're saying knock-on from Newcastle. So does Buller control it before it comes out? Oh, he is playing the ball. Yeah, this is going to be a knock-on Newcastle. Yep, it's a knock-on. So no try Newcastle. Tigers will get the ball at 10 through a scrum. Minji House's Tigers with a great defense. Well, that's just incorrect. The Tigers haven't had to defend it, eh? That's not off of, the try just then didn't come off of anything. Obviously it wasn't a try, but the Tigers haven't had to defend it, eh? We haven't seen the Knights attack against the Tigers, really. So today, that's not the case. We haven't seen them have to defend, and when they went down there just then, they were very close to getting a try. But overall, we haven't seen Newcastle attack yet. So this season, the Tigers' defense has been good. I'll give you that. But today, we haven't seen it at all. We haven't seen them had to defend. Who scored for the Knights? Nobody. So first tackle now for the Tigers. They're at the 15. Like I said, 20 minutes to go here. So hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. They go to the right-hand side. If you're not following me on Instagram, we did get our shirt off and dry hump the audience in the previous game of the Titans game. So go and follow. You'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean. And the Instagram is in the pinned comment. I'm posting a lot more on Instagram nowadays. I never used to post much except for a photo of me at a Titans game every week. Nowadays, I actually post quite a bit. So If you want more content, we're over there. And we don't just talk about the Titans, but mostly. Left-hand side to Adam Dewey. Dewey now at the 45, the 40, the 35, the 30. Great run here from Adam Dewey. Great run. This is really good stuff from the Tigers. Is this like a West strip? Like, is this like a West throwback strip, by the way? I just noticed it. Oh, knock back here from the Knights, and Tigers get the Knights get the ball to 5. No, it's not West. Sorry, from a distance it looked like it might have been, because there's a bit of like the shaded grey on the jersey. Anyone know what defense that ranked the Tigers are? I'll get it for you now. I'm pretty certain they're second though. So they've only played 4 games, so let's grant that. They've played 4 games. The Panthers have played 6, Warriors 6. Anyway, so the Panthers this is how good the Panthers defense is. 72 points against them in 6 games. Tigers in 4 games, 70 points, and they're currently the best, but they've got 2 games ahead of the Panthers. So, that goes over the sideline. So the Tigers are going to get this ball here at the 40. Mad mistake there from Newcastle, and the Tigers will go back on the attack. So Tigers are ultimately, well, right this very second, having not given up any points. They're still in first, but they're still 2 games behind the Panthers. But they are second best defense in the comp right now, yeah. And then the third best defense in the comp is the Canterbury Bulldogs at 96. But they've also played 5 games. But if the Tigers don't give up 28 points here today, which they won't, then they're the second best defense instead of the Bulldogs regardless. But all they need to do is give up 1 try and they're below the Panthers, even with 1 game in hand. Second tackle now for the Tigers, and they're going to be at the 22. That's how good the Panthers are. But it's all right, guys. Everyone, you go and tip the Dolphins to win next week. You go and tip the Panthers to lose every game from here on out this season. Feel free to go do that. You know, everyone's saying they're never going to lose a game again after the first 5 rounds, and I'm saying settle down. Like, they'll lose a game at some point, and they go and lose the Bulldogs, and everyone's saying they'll never win a game again. You're just like, you're off your rocker. Tigers, you're at the 10. Apisa Koroisau. People just don't know what they want. Funopole, he's at the 5. Before tackle, 18 minutes to go here of the first half. If they concede here, I don't see the Knights coming back. Oh, short ball. Knock on Terrell May. Knock on Terrell May. Knights ball. Knights ball. Oggy says, bro, please do watch IPL sometime. So I haven't been on the IPL, Oggy. I'm probably just going to get into when the international streams come back on. I never promised the IPL, but when the international cricket comes back on, Oggy, I'll be live again. I think that's June for England versus New Zealand, is it? Oh, me up the Titans. Man, it might be the greatest team that ever existed. It makes me sick. We're just that good. We're just too good. Oh, my gosh. To go on to your point, Sam, before, you said in regards if a team concedes 50 points, they can't win the comp, but if they score 50 points, does that equal it out? Well, what my question is, the Eels, they conceded 50 points, and then they conceded 50 points again, so does that equal it out? Can they now win the comp again now, considering they've conceded 2 50 bumps? Oh, amazing run here from Greggy Marcy. Fletcher sharp, Fletcher sharp, Fletcher sharp, Fletcher sharp. No one following up. No one following up. Knights, do better. No one following up Fletcher sharp there at the 24. No one following him up, otherwise that would have been a try. But good scramble defense for the Tigers regardless. Good run from Newcastle. Sanders Smith, he'll be 15 metres out from the line. Brian says no, blades, no. I'm just asking a question, Brian. Just asking a question. When they have the next 50 on them, then they're back on the 50 bomb curse. Dom Young coming through. Dom Young. Oh, it's a good take from Hiyamasi Makasini. That's a great take from Makasini. Oh, it was Jarrell Skelton, was it? Oh, it's Skelton. Is Makasini not wearing the number 5? What number is Makasini wearing? He's wearing the number 4, but he's on the wing. He's on the wing on the other. Yeah, Turova is on the wing though. Makasini's in the centres. The team list has Turova centre and Makasini on the wing, but Turova is definitely on the right wing. Makasini must be in the centre. So, because the reason why I said Makasini was because I knew that Turova was the wing on the other side. So then I knew that Makasini was named on a wing today, so that's why I assumed it was him, but it was actually just Skeleton. Oh, underneath here, Adam Dewey taking out the 24. They go to the left. Terrell May, 5th tackle now for the Tigers. 4th tackle for the Tigers. He's lost the ball, goes backwards. And Sione Fainu, he is good offload, Koroisau. Oh, it's just too much here for the Knights at the moment. Oh, Samuela Fainu gets the ball off here to Terrell May. Terrell May's still going here. What's happening? What's happening right now? Dream Ball is still going. Paddy Herbert, that was the most diabolical set I've ever seen in my life. It's a forward pass slash knock on from Paddy Herbert. Jeremy says, why does it always come down to the last game of my multi to bloody lose? It is early days, mate, but yeah, it's a tough one to see the Knights coming back here. Late switch for Tavana. Did Tavana get dropped? Because Faletuna Tavana's been good for the Tigers this year. Mia says, for all the people who wanted to send a kitty back to reserve grade today, was a perfect showcase of how good Keanu is. Mia, I have defended my boy so much. You know, I even had a private conversation with him, and I'm so happy for him. You know, we had a conversation the other night, and again, he said he wasn't lacking confidence in himself, because I was telling him, like, you're a fucking good player, bro. Like, you got to stop worrying about... You got to get yourself back into form, because you know you've got what it takes to be at this level. You've done it for New Zealand, you've done it for the Titans, and you know you are a great player. You were able to lock in a permanent contract with the Titans, and that was when we had a lot of fullbacks at the time. It shows how quality you are, and unfortunately, it's been some bad form. But you're a good player. He wasn't lacking confidence in himself. He was just frustrated because he felt like he was letting the team down, and he was dropping confidence from letting the team down, not the confidence of who he is as a player. I don't listen to the general consensus in regards to the circle jerk that people get after a couple of games for individual players. Paddy Herbert, great run. He gets his ball out here to the 45, and then he's lost the ball. Knights get the ball here at the 50 on zero tackle. The reason why I say I would like to see Zane Harrison 7, and because I don't even think Elliott's had a fantastic game in the last one, but Zane Harrison 7 and JC 6 is a permanent thing. Ooh, that's a 6 again penalty for Newcastle at the halfway point. They're going to go on to the attack. Is because I think that's a permanent option. I'm not reacting to the first 5-6 games here with the halves. I'm saying a permanent option based off of previous years, this year, and the future is why I think Zane needs to be the 7 and JC is the 6. But that's never going to be a conversation after today, even though Elias will be let off the hook for having some pretty poor reads again in a 52-10 drubbing of the Eels. All right, so the Knights now at the 35. Sanders Smith gives it to Jacob Saifidi, and Saifidi's going to be at the 30 on second tackle. They go to the left, off to Matt Croker, Fletcher Sharp. Sharp underneath to Dylan Lucas, and Lucas is going to be at the 20. Tyson Frizzell comes on for Trey Mooney. Sanders Smith gives it Fletcher Sharp, quick passing. Oh, brilliant stuff. I think he scored still. I think he scored. Dum Young with the try time. They're going to go to the bunker here, but this actually might be a blown try. They're just going to check there's no high contact as well. That was really, really crisp passing here from the Newcastle Knights. Dream Buller may have done enough here to stop, but I do think that it's high contact regardless. Oh, no, contact's fine. I think Dom Young stays in, though, and then he puts the ball down, does he not? His body is in. His legs are up. Does he put the ball down without dropping it? Yeah, it's a try. Oh, it's close. I need to see a different angle. I think he has his hand on the ball when it's going to hit the grass, though. Oh, it does kind of look like he bounced it, but is his hand on the ball? You can't say it's downward pressure, though. But his hand is on the ball. Freeze frame on the ball. The hands are on the ball. Yeah, that's a try. Technicality-wise, it's a try. Technically speaking, it's a try. His hand is on top of the ball. On an eye test, that's not a try. But technically speaking, it's a try. So there we go. It is 4 points to the Knights. They get on the board. And now the Panthers, you go back to the best defensive team of the comp. I think that's a good call. I'm okay with the call because if you call that as a no try, it sets a bad precedent for the future of the game. Because if you say it's a no try, then you're removing the fact that his hand is actually on top of the ball and touching the ball when the ball goes down, and you're leaving it up to a decision on perspective of if they thought that he was putting downward pressure on top of it, even though his hand was on top of the ball. So it would be way worse for the game if that was called a no try compared to it being called a try. So I'm really glad that they've called that the way that they have. Otherwise, we would see a lot of tries be down to the decision and the perspective of what the bunker is viewing as what they believe could be downward pressure or not. Do you know what I mean? They really need that. They did really need that. The game is still on here. It's a 12-point game, potentially. Oh my gosh, the wind keeps knocking off the ball from the kick and tee. Yeah, the crowd's giving it to Sandon Smith here on the wing. Overall, I think that today was a good insight to what they can do, and it is so good to be a Titans fan today. It is very good to be a Titans fan today. Don't disillusion yourself to thinking we're going to win the comp, but it's a very good sign for improvement potentially into the future. Yeah, but the Eels are not a good team. So the two teams we've beaten are last and second last. Sandon Smith, it's a good kick, but he misses it. You know, good on him. The wind is tough today. The ball kept coming off. He was very distracted. Tigers fans get into him. I didn't mind the kick, but obviously he does miss it. Young with 9 tries in the season. He's under the radar a bit. No, I don't think he's under the radar. I think everyone's backing him in. I think that Thomas Jenkins has been so unbelievable to watch that Dom Young maybe not getting as much of the heavy support as what you would expect, but I think it's because Jenkins has been that good. 10 minutes to go here, the first half, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. 10 minutes to go. What did Keanu end up on a Supercoach? Did he end up on 120 or did he end up getting more? He got 139. Oh my gosh. He got 139. That is sickening. That is sickening. Keanu Kenny didn't score a try and got 139. That's how good he was today. I'm going to win my matchup by over 2. I won my matchup by over 200 points. Third tackle now at the 25 for the Knights. And now they're going to get this ball to the 35 on fourth tackle. 1,905 Supercoaches trade out Kenny for Tavana. Oh, for Tavana. Oh, he's not even playing today. And then Keanu goes and gets 136. That's brutal. The Tigers get the ball here at the 10. Do you agree with the bunker decision for Dom Young? Yes, Charles. Otherwise, it sets a bad precedent for the future. Yes. Tigers fans are just happy they can boo the other team instead of theirs. That's a great point, Lucas. That's a fantastic point. Second tackle out at 35. There's been plenty of booing over the years. Knights fans have booed their team too in recent years. I think last year they booed their team, didn't they, the Knights fans? And then they won the game. They booed their team at half-time and then they came back and won. I think it was against Manly. Knights-Manly last year. They were down by about 18 points at half-time. The Knights fans booed them at McDonald's Jones Stadium and then they came out and won by like 10 points. Yeah, so mine is Supercoach Draft Me at Sunderland, so it's a bit different to the regular Supercoach. Less players and also a lot more. It's very different. You can only have you can't have the same players on different teams, so that's why it's only 200 is a massive win in Supercoach Draft. But in Supercoach Normal, that can be pretty typical. Fit tackle now, and that's not taken away from you. That's just kind of explaining the difference between Supercoach Draft and Supercoach in general. So I'll kick this ball to the Knights at the 15. Pressure knocked back from the Tigers. Knocked back again from the Tigers. Back to the 30. Got to be Sal to Dewey. Dewey's going to get another kick away. He'll kick the ball over the top. Will it sit up? Yeah, it will. And he's going to chase it through nicely. But Fletcher Hunt gets out. Big hit there from Sione Faiunu, but Fletcher Hunt gets out. It's still only a 12-point game despite all that heavy momentum for the Tigers at the beginning of the game, by the way. Dom Young to the 8 on second tackle. Tigers fans are actually sad if players get injured and they boo them. They didn't boo an injured player, did they? Surely they would have been booing something else. I don't think Tigers fans would have been booing an injured player. Do you think the NRL was better before the bunker was introduced? Do you realise that the bunker is literally just a video ref? Now, do you know that the bunker is quite literally just the video ref? If we took the video ref / bunker out of the game, do you know how bad the calls would be on a consistent level? Like a consistent level. Like Suna Torova's away here, the 50, 45, the 40, off to Adam Dewey. Dewey, the 35, the 30. He steps. He's still going. Taken down to the 20. Good scramble from the Knights, but great run from the Tigers. Do you agree with every decision the referees make nowadays? That's all I ask. Do you believe that every easy calls, do you believe that every easy call the ref makes is correct? That's a simple answer. Yes or no? Third tackle out to 5. We would see some good fights though. Why? The referee still exists. The referee still exists, it's not the bunker, so it's video ref in this hypothetical situation. 4 tackle, 3 metres out, Api Psychotomy Sour gives it off to Jock Madden. Jock Madden kicks this ball through. I don't think it's played out. Yeah, fit tackle. Fit tackle over the Tigers at the 10. I don't believe that it was played out, I agree. Cottery Sow. That's a Jock Madden. Jock Madden kicks that ball up. Nice. That's knocked back from the Tigers. Crossland gets it at the 5. They held out. So because I've seen you haven't replied yet. The point is that you see a blatant knock on that the bunker will pick up. The referee missed it. But if the bunker's not there, the referee missed it, and a blatant knock on goes uncalled. You can disagree with it, and I think it just needs a bit of an overhaul in regards to all this over officiating, but you can't get rid of the video from the bunker, otherwise the game would be fucked. Nintendo says if we took video referee away, everyone would hate it after a week, 1,000,000%. Yes, they would hate it after the first 20 minutes of the game when a team scores a try off of a blatant offside, like they're offside by like 3 metres. And then the bunker, there's no video ref, there's no bunker, and they score off 3 minutes, and then people are like, why did the touchy call that? It's like, yeah, you're right, but also the bunker would have corrected it. And again, I'm not defending the bunker and video refs in general, saying that they're perfect. They're awful, but you can't get rid of it. The solution is not to get rid of it. And video ref has always been a part of this game since technology has been available. 3rd tackle here at the 50. Safidi goes off, and Pasami Sawulo comes on for the Knights. Yeah, the refs usually spot the fighting skaters off the rip. 4th tackle now for the Tigers at the 35. Logan, you guys better beat the Eels next week. You guys, Tigers are away. Tigers are away. Tigers are away. Tigers are away. Tigers try time, and the Titans are in. Paddy Herbert. Woo! Paddy Herbert with the try time. Try time for the Tigers, and they lead 20 points to 4 with a kick to come. Charles says, bunker over analysis on some plays and often inconsistent. So your solution, I'm asking you a genuine question here, is your solution to remove the bunker? If your solution is to remove the bunker, I want you to think about how many wrong calls you see from the referee. Exclude the bunker wrong calls right now. Only include wrong calls from the referee on the field. Do you really think that is the solution? Also, the bunker only comes into play if the ref decides in the first place. That's not true at all. That's absolutely incorrect. That is so far incorrect. The bunker actually has way more of an involvement than you think. That is not true whatsoever. Lagan says, a Titans fan watching and celebrating a Paddy Herbert try. I love to see it. Mate, I've always backed in Paddy Herbert. Paddy Herbert was our best player that year. It's just that one play killed him. But, Paddy Herbert was our best player that year. If not one of them. But he was unbelievable. There's another report here. Also, the bunker only comes into play if the ref decides in the first place. I read the comment, and it was also, it was wrong. So, Royce Hunt will go on report here for the Tigers. Oh, Jacob, you're going to get timed out, mate. We haven't seen the Thrifty 30. Jacob, bro, if you've got to wait for the Thrifty 30 before you can talk about a fitty bomb, you've just jinxed us, son. Oh, we're going to have to time me out, Jacob. Come on, sir. You're going to learn today, son. You're going to learn. We'll see you in 5 minutes. You can't jinx the fitty bomb talking about it before the Thrifty 30. Come on, son. What we doing, Jacob? What we doing? See you in 5 minutes. They get the kick 22-4 with 4 minutes to go here of the first half. That was the old video ref model. Yes. Lucas says, I want to see the Knights just have some ball. Well, that's the problem with Newcastle. If they don't have any ball, they can't do anything good because they're not a defensive team. They're an attacking team, and without the ball, they can't attack. Rookie knock on there, Jacob. Rookie knock on there from the old Jacob Rolfe. But 4 minutes 10 to go here from the first half. And don't worry, you should take Lagan's advice. He's an experienced veteran in the old timeouts, so he knows the go. He's probably, I would probably make an estimate, and I think Jay can back me up here, and people in the chat can back me up here. I think Lagan would have to be the world record holder for timeouts in the channel. I don't think that there is somebody who has had more timeouts than him. And it would have to be. Could you name somebody else who's been timed out more than Lagan? I don't think it's possible. I'm not even joking either. Someone if I only will get this ball to the 35 on third tackle. 3 minutes 46 to go here the first half. Tigers, this is a good performance. Matt Croker goes off for Harrison Graham. I have liked Harrison Graham when he's come on for the Knights at points this year. They go to Alex 12 then to Jock Madden. Jock Madden to Adam Dewey. Dewey gets it across now to Paddy Herbert. Paddy Herbert, great run to the 30. Fit tackle. Very serious channel, I would say so. No, but even without the very serious channel notion, I genuinely believe it. Tigers get the catch, but they can't get the offload. No, they do get the offload. Kai Pitts-Paul knocks it back. Paddy Herbert with an NFL pass backwards. They go to the right, the left-hand side. Fayunu, here we go, 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 here we go. Try time, Tigers. Hemasi, Makasini with the try time. Oh no, it's a bunker. The bunker's coming in. Bunker's coming in. Moses, watching the Tigers play is so aesthetically pleasing. They're pretty fun to watch, bro. They are. Yeah, Shorto says he's around 110 to 115 in my calculations. Shorto, when did you start first watching the channel? Last year? I think it was last year. I can't remember. You've been around it for a while now, but not like a long time. How long have you been watching the channel? Because Lagan, before you came, would have maybe been timed out about 900 times. So that's going to be a no try here for a double movement, I'm thinking. They've got their hand on top of him, Voss. You know the rule. The hand is on top of him there. So, and then he's progressed the ball. The hand is technically on him. Black and white. Yep, black and white. It's the correct call. Black and white. It's a correct call, Tigers fans. You can build up all you like. It is the correct call. He does put his hand on him. I don't agree with it, but it is a black and white call, that. What was your first stream, Shauna? Tigers fans aren't happy with it, and it's soft, but it is the correct call. It is a black and white call. It is a black and white call there. Give me 1 second here, guys. Yeah, they're talking about the commentary right now. Correct call, but so dumb. I agree aspects. They're talking about the commentary right now. They're saying the same thing. You can't blame the bunker for making that call, because that is the NRL rule. It is a black and white call. It is the correct call there on that that no try. But it's a shit-ass call. But it's a black and white rule. This Tigers team putting 50 on the Broncos, Scott says. Scott is obsessed with the Broncos, bro. Like, Scott, you can't be a Titans fan. I refuse to believe it at the moment. You've told me you're a Titans fan many times. Every comment you make is about the Broncos. Is Mitchell here? Mitchell's a Tigers fan, so I don't know if he's at the game or if he's watching here on the stream, and he knows what I'm talking about. Scott, are you actually a Broncos fan? I got to ask. Sanders Smith, because last year I remember you were betting all year on the Broncos, and then this year you're betting all the year on the Broncos, and every comment's about the Broncos. You're entitled to do it, bro. Like, I'm not even having a crack. I'm just saying, I feel like you have to be a Broncos fan. You have to be. Oh, no, that's the worst kick you've ever seen in your life. And the Tigers going to get the ball at the 45 on the 9 side of the field after a kick. Lagan's been winning Muppet of the Week since the Tigers merger. Lagan's been winning the Muppet of the year since the existence of time. Lagan was there with Jay Hayes at the inception of Adam and Eve. You know, that's how long he's been a Muppet for. Scott, I remember about the Broncos last year, and I also remember you saying about the Panthers, but the Broncos were in existence of your bets on a frequent basis. They were in your bets on a frequent basis. I think it was Storm Broncos to make the grand final. No, it was your bet. I remember. You know what I'm talking about. Don't try and get away from it. Right hand side, dream baller, dream baller, dream baller, dream baller, dream baller, Tosoviti. Mate, Fiji is on fire today. Fiji, Sonia Trova, Apisa Corvisao, Sonia Trova, dream baller. Bing, bang, boom, bang, bing. See you later. Paul Smith says, took the 1,000 out for what was coming home through... What? Took the 1,000 out for was coming home through Paris, seeing all these sad... Okay, so the English isn't great here, Paul, but I'm going to do my best. I don't know what the 1,000 means. Took the 1,000 out for... And then was coming home through Parramatta and seeing all these sad bitches, was wondering who they played, looked it up, couldn't stop laughing. They probably expected a cakewalk. You're happy. Mate, Paul, on that stream, 35 seconds ago, the first half, on that stream, I humped the audience at 44 points, and then I took my shirt off and started whacking on the door with it at 50 points. So if you're not following me on Instagram, you can see an easy clip of it on BKRsport. But if you want to go back to the stream and watch it, you'll see my reaction to it. Too easy there for the Tigers, 26-4 with the kit to come. But I did my best there, Paul. Did my best to read through that. Bradman Best stock is going through the roof after this game. Yeah, Bradman Best being out has been a huge crush on that left-hand edge. Stephen says, Tiger fan of Papua New Guinea, enjoying myself this afternoon. Good stuff, Stephen. Great afternoon here. Beautiful day at Campbelltown. I ask you the question though, Stephen. I do this with most of our Papua New Guinea audience. We have quite a few Papua New Guineans, a lot of Papua New Guineans who watch the channel. When Papua New Guinea come in with the Chiefs, are you a Tigers fan or are you a Papua New Guinea Chiefs fan? Logan says, stroke, how do I read this? You did give us a stroke, Paul, but we got there in the end. Just Poker says, I wonder if the Knights can turn up. Just Poker, I'm not taking your opinion today. But no, it'd be nice to see the Knights turn around a little bit. Right now, the Tigers have been too good. Oh, the 1,000 is a motorbike, fair enough. My dad was always rugby league Manly, rugby league Manly, rugby league Manly. He was never like a massive car guy. Good kick from Chuck Madden. Beautiful. 28-4 at half time. Unbelievable first half from the Tigers. Unbelievable. Yeah, so I don't really know all that terminology and whatnot because my dad was never like a huge car and bikes dude. He was just rugby league Manly, rugby league Manly. But halftime score 28 points to 4 to the Old West Tigers. They're doing pretty damn well good at the moment, son. Let's get into the stats here at halftime and read through to see what it actually is looking like overall. Obviously, guys, do me a favour, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe as we come to a close here on round 6. We are coming to the close of the round, and what a round it has been. The Tigers 26, the Knights 4. It's at Campbelltown Stadium in Sydney. The try scorer is Fiji Sunaturova. Fiji Apisakorowisau. Fiji Sunaturova. Patrick Herbert and Fiji Jarimbula with 3 from 4 on the conversions for Jock Madden. For the Knights, Dominic Young got the conversion, but Sandon Smith unfortunately did miss the kick. Now, in regards to the possession, 64% possession to the Tigers. This is what you would typically see from the Knights because they just attack, and just have ball. That's how they've won their games this season, the Knights. They're not getting any ball. 64% of the Tigers, 36% to the Knights. I promise you, if the Knights were at 50%, this would be an extremely close game right now, where the Knights would have probably scored about 14 points, and I feel like the Tigers would have been maybe about 18 points, and it would have been a rip snort of a game. But the Knights just aren't able to get on the front foot at all here, and that's what a great thing for the Tigers. It's not a denigration towards the Tigers. It's just the Knights are very one-dimensional, and that's what I'm taking from this game. They are very one-dimensional. It's been massive improvement this year. It's been great to watch, but if they don't have the ball to attack, they are susceptible on defense. And whilst the Tigers are good on attack, they're not amazing on attack, even though they've been good here today, but the Knights are not typically a good defensive side, and their coach, Justin Holbrook, is also known for not being a defensive coach. So that's why I'm just saying it is one game, and the Knights have been good this season, but I'm getting a very one-dimensional vibe where they're all attack, and if they're not getting it all their way, and they're not getting their all attack going, they will be on the significant back foot in games, and they will lose games quite well, because their defense won't be able to match it with the intensity, which is what the Knights have been doing to other teams. So I feel like that's what the Knights have to do to win games. If they don't have it, they might get pumped in games, is what I'm taking from this. But again, Tigers, you've been good. 16 minutes and 9 seconds in time possession for the Tigers, 8 minutes and 47 seconds for the Knights. So that is less than 25 minutes collectively across that first half. A lot of tries were scored, obviously, so that does take away time possession. That is 24. It is basically 25 minutes. It's just hitting the threshold. You're okay with it. You're okay with the time in possession. It's not bad. And especially considering we've seen, 6 tries? Yeah, 5 tries for the Tigers, 1 try for the Knights. You've seen 6 tries overall. So that's pretty good considering that we've seen 6 tries and it's still hitting that 25-minute threshold. Then we go to the time of the completion rate. Now, you want to look for 80% here. And this is the biggest positive for the Tigers because the Knights are not playing bad. 81% here is the completion rate for the Tigers. You're looking for 80%. They're at 18 from 22. Very good. The Knights are at 85%. They're not making errors. They're 12 from 14. They're just not getting the ball. The Tigers are just having their way with them, and they're just keeping the ball in their possession, and they're just forcing the Knights into defense on defense on defense. 85% is really good. The Knights are not their own detriment in regards to not having the ball. Great stat there for the Tigers. Runs-wise, wow, 117 runs here for 1,141 run metres. Now, it isn't quite 10 metres an average per run here for the Tigers, but it's close enough. It's 29 metres away from being 10 metres an average per run for the Tigers. That is still very good, and the amount of metres they've made with the amount of runs they've had is unbelievable. They have doubled the amount of runs of the Knights. The Knights have had 60 runs for 528 run metres. So while the Tigers are 29 metres behind on the 10 metres on average per run, they're still well above 1,100. They're 1,140. That's incredible. Whilst the runs for the Knights are at 60 for 528, they are 72 metres behind the 10 metres average per run. So even when they have the ball, they haven't been making an unbelievable amount of metres with it, but they've not been able to have consistent ball in this game. So these stats are really in favour of the Tigers at the moment, and justifiably so, showing the Tigers are playing well. And the Knights need to lift in the run metre department, but also their possession and the completion rate is really good. The possession's not good, the completion rate is really good. So the Tigers are just playing well. Post-contact metres here is 346 here for the 346 for the Tigers, 188 for the Knights. That is about 160 odd better than the Knights, with an extra 57 runs. You'd probably put the Knights at about 300 or so, maybe 310. So right now, the Knights will be getting done on that as well. Not convincingly, but solid enough. Line breaks 6-2 to the Tigers, too easy. Tackle breaks 20-8 to the Tigers, too easy. Average set distance, this is ridiculous. 25 metres and below is pathetic, turn the stream off. 25 to 30 is disgusting. 30 to 35 is underwhelming. 35 to 40 is hitting the marker. 40 to 45 is great. 45 to 50 is fantastic. And 50 plus is basically perfect. The Tigers are 51.87. You can't beat that, Knights. You just can't. You're giving up a ridiculous amount of metres. 51.87 per set is perfect. That was basically a perfect first half in that department. And across these stats right now, it's basically perfect because I look at the tackle breaks and I know their defence is going to be above 90%. 8 missed tackles is going to be above 90%, 100%. So 51.87 here for the Tigers, really good, perfect. And then 37.73 for the Knights, it's mid-range of doing the job. They're hitting the mark up between 35 and 40. Mid-range, just kind of getting through it, right? And then we go down to the average play the ball speed. 3.19 seconds and below is extremely fast. 3.2 to 3.39 is fast. 3.4 to 3.59 average. 3.6 to 3.79 is slow. And then 3.8 and above is extremely slow. 3.35 seconds here for the Tigers. 3.36 seconds here for the Knights. So it is just at a fast rate. It is at a fast rate, but they're both at the exact same there. It's both speedy. The offload is 7-4 to the Tigers. You go to the forced dropouts, 1-0 to the Tigers. Kick defusal is 75% for the Tigers, 50% here for the Knights. And then here you go. Effective tackle percentage. Tigers defensively really good. Not that they've had to defend much, but defensively really good. So 85% and below is awful. 85% to 88% is underwhelming. 88% to 90% is hitting the marker. And 90% and above is basically perfect. The Tigers are at 92.59%. That's brilliant stuff. 150 tackles made is pretty typical, but just underneath the 160 odd that you usually see, but pretty typical. 8 missed tackles, though. The average and a half is 15 to 17. They've had 7 less tackles than the average. That is really good. 8 missed tackles is brilliant stuff. And 4 ineffective tackles is lower than the 5 to 7 average. So they are under the average on both the missed tackles and the ineffective tackles. Usually you will see missed tackles, if they're underneath the average, the ineffective tackles will actually be up. But both the stats here are in the favour of the Tigers, with only 12 bad tackles in the entirety of that first 40 minutes. Again, they've not had to do much tackling overall, but at the end of the day, that's brilliant stuff. 92.59%, you're not going to see much better. And then you go to the Newcastle Knights, who are at 88.03%. That's hitting the marker. They're not performing at a really poor level as well. Tackles made is 206, missed tackles is 20, and ineffective tackles is 8. So 206 is 56 more tackles made. Missed tackles is 20, which is 3 above the average of 15 to 17. And the ineffective tackles is 8, which is above the average of 5 to 7. So that's 28 bad tackles in the first half through 206. It's not too bad. It's hitting the marker. It's hitting the threshold. But it's still not quite as good as the 12 bad tackles through 150 tackles, the 92.5% for the Tigers. So they're dominating them in that department as well. And then you go to the negative play. This is an issue for the Tigers, interestingly enough. So 3 and below is really good, 4 to 6 is average, and 7 above is awful. The Tigers are at 5, dead smack in the middle of the average. You want to limit that for sure. But the Knights are at 3 errors. So they're not making errors here in this game. That's a really good stat. Penalties conceded is getting up there for the Knights, 3 to 1. Ruck infringements 1-0 against the Knights, and then 1-0 inside 10 metres against the Tigers for 1 on report. That's basically a perfect half there for the Tigers. You can't complain about really anything there. More possession, completion rate above 80%. Run meters close enough to 10 metres average per run. You basically got 1,150 metres, basically. Post contact at nearly 350. Line breaks, you tripled them. Tackle breaks, you doubled at a half them. Average set distance above 50, that's perfect. Play the ball speed was fast. Offloads was more. Beat them out and kick the fusel. Less missed tackles, less ineffective tackles, and the only issue was your errors. So the only thing that takes it away from being a perfect first half is the errors. Otherwise, that would have been perfect. Dion says, love hearing the word perfect coming from you about the Tigers. What do you mean coming from me? What do you mean coming from me is what I ask here. Are you one of these people who think that I'm a Tigers hater? Because for some reason there has been a notion from some Tigers fans that for some reason I unfairly criticised the Tigers over the years when they came through last 3 years in a row into a fifth last year with the least amount of injuries in the competition and equalled with the Rabbitohs, who were in the worst with over 200 combined injuries collectively above you. I then said the Tigers would improve this year, but I also still needed to see it because last year there was context that showed that maybe we couldn't see it. But what am I saying? Where have I said at any point that is wrong in regards to what I'm observing about the Tigers? When I see them playing well, I will say that they're playing well. I continuously have always said that the Tigers, probably for mine, have the best fan base in the NRL. They're going to be annoying when they're successful, which is kind of what I'm talking about now. But the Tigers have always been consistently what I've said is the best fan base in the NRL because they've had some ridiculously bad years and yet they've still stuck by their club for the most part. They've still been passionate behind it at Leichhardt, not so much Campbelltown. But overall, Tigers have always been consistently getting behind their team even through the dark times. What have I said at any point that was incorrect about what I was observing about the Tigers? And this isn't even me having to go at you, Dion, by the way. It's just a common theme that I see from Tigers fans who, for some reason, unfairly categorise me as a Tigers hater when I would say that Titans are 1, the Sharks would be a soft spot team in 2 because of my mum, and then I would say the Wars, I'd maybe put Manly for my dad, but also I don't really care about Manly, and then I'd put the Tigers. Tigers are in my top 5 for like where I would have like a soft spot order kind of deal. I've always said this as well. I've always maintained that Tigers have always been a top 5 team for me in regards to a soft spot. Again, I know full well that your fans are going to be intolerable when you are like seriously successful, but that doesn't take away anything from it. And I respect the passion of the game, and I respect that I would be intolerable when the Titans are eventually successful because it will happen one day, regardless of all the hate that comes to us. Because the Tigers were also told that they'll never be successful one day, when they are putting in really good inroads to being successful again right now. So, again, not having a crack necessarily at you, Dion, but it's just weird that I get unfairly criticised as a Tigers hater when I absolutely am not. Dust Poker says, the Tigers fans I know have been loyal through the bad times. That's what I'm saying. I believe that they're the best fan base in the comp. Steve says, watching here in Lae, Papua New Guinea, go Tigers. Good on you, Steve. I missed a comment for... Stephen said, split my heart in 2, I guess, between the Tigers and Chiefs. Okay, well, here I go, Stephen. Tigers and Chiefs play each other. Who do you go for? I'm going to force the answer out of you. So, yes, you're going to have a soft spot, but Tigers, Chiefs play each other in a grand final. Who do you go for? Grand final, Tigers versus Chiefs. T-Dub says, cheer my brother. Well done to the Titans, up the wires. We'll see you guys next week. Warriors versus the Titans at Mount Smart next week. Titans Minas win. Oh, but they slap them. Oh my gosh, we slap them, son. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness. It was just an absolute downright slapping. I need to get myself another Coke Zero because that one is finished. Alright guys, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. I'll be back in 2 seconds. I'm just going to get another Coke Zero. Yeah, beautiful. He'll just be happy to be there. Greg, listen, enough common sense out of you because we need to hear an answer. Alright? I'm just getting a gauge for Papua New Guinea supporters. That's all I'm doing. That's what I do every time I hear a Papua New Guinea in the chat, which we have a lot of, but it's not. There is always, like when you say, what are we going to have for dinner tonight? Are you going to have McDonald's? Or are you going to have KFC? You're like, I kind of feel like both, but I also don't know how to choose. And then you say, I'm going to flip a coin. And then tails is McDonald's and heads is KFC. And when you flip it, you know internally what one you actually want. You're like, am I hoping for tails or am I hoping for heads? Whatever one you're hoping for is the one that you're going to get, right? Not actually what the coin flip says, whatever one that you're hoping for. Because when it flips, and if it lands on the one that you weren't necessarily hoping for, you'll be like, no, I'm going to get this one, right? So you ultimately do know. So that's the thing that I'm kind of pushing here. I'm saying you will ultimately know. You flip a coin, but there will be one team that will draw your support more than the other. Tommy, man, 50 months, get around you. Tommy, what a legend. What a legend. Tommy, get around you. Oh, no, what's Largan said? Yeah, you could have just called me a dumb-looking Dragons fan or something like that, but the other part you didn't need to do. Condor says, I think the Tigers' solution deserve criticism after the last decade, but so far this year the Tigers are looking the goods. Exactly right, Condor. Again, I have been observant about what I'm watching. 70% for the try predictor right now for the Tigers, and again, I think they win this game now, obviously. But I think it is. I think the notion from Tigers fans that I'm a hater came from the fact that I don't even know if it's that you could see the same thing as me. You didn't want to see the same thing as me. But I think it's because I wasn't circle jerking Tigers fans. I'm not saying you specifically or anyone specifically, but I wasn't circle jerking Tigers fans like they wanted to be after a slight bit of improvement. Now I will circle jerk you and say you're playing really good football right now because you deserve it. You deserve the positive attributes. You deserve the positive recognition for the improvements that you have made. But at the time and throughout the years, you have not necessarily deserved it. And whilst I've said that they have been improved last year and they were looking a lot better, that didn't necessarily mean that they were then going to be a top 8 team this year based off of the context of they had the least injuries and they still came 5th last and there was a lot of improvement to be done. Also, we are 6 rounds into a season. So, there is still a long way to go this year, but so far we've seen some really positive improvement where they're looking really good and they will be in second position with a win here today. And we wait to see them take on a Panthers and whatnot because the Knights have been a similar team to the Tigers this year, and we'll just wait to see if one of these two teams could drop off. And the Knights actually haven't been awful today, but they just haven't had any ball to do anything with. 4 tackle now for the Knights, they'll be at the 35. But you'll hear today, Knights fans will say, well, without Kalen Ponga and Dylan Brown, it's like, well, you've been really saying how good this team is without Ponga and Kalen. That's a knock on Knights. You've been really wrap it into how good the Knights have been without those two guys. Well, now you're going to use that as an excuse. And I'm like, well, I don't think that's a good enough excuse considering we have seen what we've seen from the Knights without them, and the Knights fans have been celebrating what they've been looking like without them, waiting for them to come back, sure, but I don't think it's an excuse considering the form we've seen from them still. Tate, do you reckon the Knights will win? No. Right-hand side, Jock Madden. Madden now to Dewey. Dewey here at the 15, Nelly at the 10. How do you think the Titans will go in New Zealand? Well, we haven't lost New Zealand in about 6 years, 7 years. I think it was 2018 the last time, right? 2018, I think, was the last time the Titans lost the Warriors in New Zealand. 4th tackle now at the 5 for Terrell May. If they score here, this is going to be a big blowout. Appy Psychotomy South. Jock Madden kicks it through. Played at. Tigers get the ball. Wow, it's going to be 6 again, but I can't believe that that's Jermaine McEwen who has been able to stop that from being a try. It's a 6 again for the Tigers, but that was really good from McEwen just to throw his arm out to grab him before he scored an easy one. 2019, yeah, it's a 7 years since we last lost in Auckland. Wow. Alex Twell now. He'll be at the 3. If we can play like we did today, I'll give us a good chance. I'll be held up over the line, so he's going to go back to the 10 here. But the Warriors still aren't ultimately convincing. Yesterday was really good, though. Yesterday was good, but they still lost their last 2 weeks in a row before that. And it was in Auckland last week, too. And it was to the Knights, wasn't it? 5th tackle. Can't remember. Saw someone say Tigers will start the season well, then fall off. I don't know if it's true. What's your opinion on that? Entirely possible. Entirely possible. I don't know if it's a stat, though. Adam Dewey, 1 metre out from the line, 5th tackle. I would like to see the proof on that, but I wouldn't say it's not entirely possible to be true as well. They don't start this well, though. And the Knights will get this ball. Will they get out of the end goal? They will not. It'll be a dropout. Dion says, got a stag do on the weekend. Otherwise, I would be going to the Titans game on the weekend always. Good game. Hopefully it's a good game next week. But also the Tigers at home. Yeah, fair enough. And you lost to the Knights in Newcastle. Tigers at home and Knights in Newcastle, yeah. Warriors' all-time record amount smarts below 50%. That is wild. And this is what I'm saying when people... And this is... Warriors fans don't call me a hater. A lot of Warriors fans understand me a lot, which is good. Short dropout here. Will go 10. We'll go over the sideline. Good short dropout there from the Knights. They'll get the ball back at the 15. Warriors fans understand me quite well for the most part. Sometimes we get Muppets like yesterday, but overall, like Warriors fans for the most part understand me. It's not hating to be observant about the fact that the Warriors' home record is severely overrated. Like, severely. We beat the Knights. Lost the Sharks. That's the one, yeah. Yeah, lost the Sharks. DeCourcy off and Kant is on. So, Knights. So Dylan Lucas has gone to the centres, by the way. Knights with the ball now at the 20 on second tackle. Oh, there's a strategic change. There's no, like, injury or anything like that with that change for the centres. It is a strategic change there by Holbrook. Knights now will get this ball to the 35 on third tackle. Greg says, Tigers can't take the foot off the gas. They love a choke job. They don't mind it, but I would say teams that love a choke job is more Raiders than Titans. But yeah, they have definitely thrown away games over the years. But this is a different Tigers team now, man. Just like the Stormers, a different Storm team. This is a different Tigers team now. But also, the Knights are so heavy attacking that that's not forward. Oh, I thought that was flat at worst. I don't know how you've called that forward, but you don't call the Broncos one forward on a Friday night. I thought that was coming out the hands backwards, and I don't know if that was actually... Oh, I would have gone flat there. I would have said probably flat. Williams says Tigers 62, Knights 10, Titans Eagles equaliser. William, my friend, my good old friend, how are we feeling on this beautiful Sunday and beautiful day? Beautiful day, my friend William. I welcome you into becoming a Titans fan if you would so like to be. I welcome you. I welcome you to the party. I welcome you, William, to the Gold Coast, the beautiful skies of the Gold Coast, son. Third tackle. There's no equaling out 52-10 here, William. But I'll take the 62 if you want to give it to the Titans instead. Adam Dewey goes out to the right to Paddy Herbert, and Herbert will be at the 33 on third tackle. The Tigers have just had all the ball, and the Knights the second half hasn't been spectacular either. Like, they've made 2 errors in the second half already. Only made 3 in the first. Highlander says Titans might just not lose again. They may never lose a game ever again. May never, ever lose a game ever again. It's disgusting to think about. So Adam Dewey rolls his ball back to Kotowee Sau. He goes to the right-hand side. Kaipi's pull. Not the play. Oh, he offloads it, though. Oh, 6 again. No, it's not. Paddy Herbert's demanding a 6 again here, but he wants to challenge it, and they will challenge it. T-Dub says, Wise fans are passionate like all fans. Remember those dickheads last week stepping Tigers boy out in the stand? I didn't even see this. Warriors fans were having a crack at Tigers fans in the stands. I had a fantastic experience. We won in Auckland, and he does touch that. It's a correct call. Correct call. 6 again coming up here for the Tigers. Successful challenge. They'll be in third after this game, Mai. Again, this is my day 453 of please asking you to change your name so that I can actually read your name out rather than just saying Mai. But they'll be in third after this game. Oh. But if he touches it, knocks it. This is interesting. So Marty, because the left hand of Herbert touches the ball there. Okay, no, they're going to say knock on. Yeah, it's a correct call. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about there, T-Dub. I didn't see this. I trust that you're probably right. But when I was there, I was there for a 27-24 win on Anzac Day in New Zealand. And the Kiwis were great to me, man. I didn't have a single problem at all. I lock on the Tigers' way, but not like unfairly. Just the way of the footy. Rubber green. Just happens sometimes. Second tackle here for the Tigers, and they're going to get the 5. And he's lost the ball. Yep, knock on. Knights ball at the 10. So just as we were saying, the Tigers, everything was going their way. They lose the ball, and the Knights will get it back. They will get the ball back. Hold on, I'm just going to tell the Titans group chat that I'm in that we win the comp. Saulo strips this ball too. Wow, that should have been... They should have challenged that there, the Tigers. That should have been a penalty. That should have been a penalty. They should have challenged that call. Tackle in opposition 36 times for the Tigers, 3 times for the Knights. Tells you a lot about this game. So they go to Greggy Martiu, and Greg Martiu brings this ball to the 13 now on first tackle. Still Knights, you're the ones chasing a 24-point deficit, so you need to really turn this around quickly. Tigers, a knock-on doesn't hurt them too much. I mean, you need to play basically perfect from here on out to get this dub. They'll be at the 20 on third tackle, and the Tigers still all over them on the physicality department. It's definitely a different Tigers team to what you've seen in recent years. Fourth tackle now for the Knights, and they'll be at the 30. Dane Gagai to Harrison Graham. Harrison Graham runs it himself to the 45. It's a good run, but he gets manhandled by Royce Hunt. And whilst it was a decent set, it's not really a progression set. This is a good chase here from not from Sandon Smith. That will be Thomas Kant, and he'll be at the 25 on first tackle. Is there some good games next week? Titans Warriors could actually be a bit of a sneaky game next week, but next week Cowboys Manly start off is just an awful one to start off on Thursday. It's 50-50 though. Raiders and Storm, that's an interesting one. Storm awful form, but Raiders, they got to win, but at what cost? Panthers Dolphins, Panthers should blow them out. Warriors Titans could be close. Rabbitohs Dragons, Rabbitohs should win that one well. Tigers Broncos, interesting. Roosters Knights, interesting. And Eels Bulldogs, yikes Eels. So the Knights, we're going to get this ball at the 15 through Fletcher Hunt. And he'll be taken down at the 10. And Dylan Lucas now to the 15. Yeah, beautiful Freddy Bomb calls up. Don't time him. Oh, you guys can't time out as moderator. He's a moderator. But yeah, no, beautiful stuff in the previous game. Because they might have thought you were talking about a Freddy Bomb here and there hasn't seen the Thrifty 30 yet. But yeah, the Freddy Bomb for the Titans, mate. Shirt was off, kit was off. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable stuff. Fourth tackle for the Knights at the 35. 30 minutes to go of the game here, folks. Hit that like button and subscribe. Titans win the comp. I'm just so happy for Keanu Kinney, dude. I'm just so happy for Keanu. Because that was the game he needed. Tigers now at the 10. And Dream Buller brings this out to the 20. Knights just not making any inroads here to changing this result around. Like, at all. Will say, though, Titans had a really good game. I will say Ilias and Brimo weren't fantastic. Brimo gave away too many penalties for mine. But Ilias, all from spectacular. JC did well. Keanu was good. Oliver Pascoe was incredible. Jojo, unbelievable. Philip Sami, brilliant. Aramahau, fantastic. Everyone was great. And I'm not even targeting here, but it's just like Ilias and AJ didn't have the most spectacular of games for a 52-10 drubbing, but you didn't need them to have. Oh, right outside, Tony Torova back on the inside, and I think the ball 20. Titans are specials next week. Mate, they're specials every week, Nate. They never lose a game ever again. Man, I'm stoked for Counter. No, it's so good. Yes, I agree with you. Coop's short run for a try, pure power. He's too good. Momentum is up for the Knights to grab. Exactly right, Greg. The momentum is up for grabs right now, but the Knights just aren't really taking any... They're not capitalising on it at all. Well, I have no words for what, Ibrahim? A good offload there for the Knights. They kind of need like a penalty or a line break to go their way for them to get back into this game. You should go. Well, Dion says I'm upset I missed the stream of the Titans game. Would have been good seeing you having wicked game. Mate, go and watch the last 15, 20 minutes of the stream. You'll enjoy it, but you might get pregnant from it. And Tigers to catch it. It's a bubble, but it'll be taken down to the 15. Titans game just too happy. No, it's unbelievable stuff. The Tigers give that ball off to Dream Buller. Dream Buller out of the right to Paddy Herbert. Paddy Herbert gets away here. He's at the 30. He's at the 35. His second tackle. It's good play from the Tigers. Just as you look to see the Knights trying to wrestle something, the Tigers just bring it right on back towards them with a good run there out from their own 20. Third tackler at the 45 of Terrell May. That beat Koroi Sao to Jock Madden. Samuela Fainu. We just need Samuela Fainu and Sione Fainu to score today, and every Fijian has scored in the team. Oh, Fainu with a brilliant run. He's pumped off like 3 players. I've got him on my bench. I don't need him in my Supercoach draft, but I've got him on my bench in Supercoach draft. And he is on about 50, which I'm pretty happy with, considering I had Hudson Young and Leilua. Leilua went for 99, Hudson Young went for 117, so I'm not disappointed, but shows my back rowers are pretty good at the moment. And Adam Dewey smacked down, fit tackle, loses the ball, and Knights ball at the 13. I think they'll call knock on here, or no, they're going to say backwards. No, it is backwards, first tackle. I rewound the stream back to when you stripped off, had me going, hey. You know what's funny? Because I have been saying, like, if we hit a fitty bomb, I will take my shirt off. And I was thinking beforehand, like, how am I going to take my shirt off and make it look like normal without, when I've got the headset on and stuff like that? Like, it's not easy to just go bang and throw it around and stuff like that. So it was just all up in the air. It was all over the shop. So they go Sanders Smith, 4 tackle, 40-20 attempt here. 40-20 attempt here. The bounce is bad, though, and the Tigers get the ball back to the 35. Knights just not eating into it. Also, good news. I started Kenny over Jai Gray, my super coach. Shiba Ibrahim, you should have captained him. You should have captained him again. And then again and again and again. My 2 captain choices this week. Oh, I had 3. Cleary, Hudson Young, and Keanu. I originally had Keanu, and then I changed it to Hudson Young. I had VC Cleary just in case. That's a penalty to the Tigers. Lee says, what's happening that I've missed? You stripping off? Yeah, I took my shirt off in the Titans game when we hit 50, mate. Took my shirt off. The strip was on. But the flogging is on here too, because the Tigers are going to go back onto the attack 30 metres away here from the line. I feel like the touchies don't actually look for where the ball goes out anymore. They just either go to the line of the 30/20/40 kind of deal, or they go halfway in between. I don't think they actually look for where the ball genuinely goes out. Alex 12 off to Jock Madden, and then big run from Fanua Bole. He gets his ball to the 10. They're all over him. They're all over him. Koroi Sao, Jock Madden, Dewey. Just held up over the line there. And it's to be third tackle back at the 10. The Tigers are manhandling the Knights. The Knights have just not been able to get into this game whatsoever. I wish this game was close, though. Even though I'm impressed by the Tigers, I wish this game was close. So the Tigers now, they're going to bring this ball here to the 5. Sam and I are moving to the GC for a few months for work, so I'm hoping to make a couple of games myself. Well, enjoy, son. Koroi Sao to Jock Madden, Samuela Fainu. We'll get this ball to the 3 on fit tackle. Back to Koroi Sao. That was good defense there from the Knights. And this has been good goal line defense overall. Dewey Taru. Fiji with the hat trick. Oh my gosh, the whole country of Fiji. Right now, so it's 30s, you can start talking about a Fiji bomb if you really want to. Right this very second, the Tigers have scored, Fiji has scored 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. 20 points in this game, so Fiji's winning 20 points to 4. Go Fiji. It's a brilliant ball here from Adam Dewey. Absolutely unbelievable ball from Adam Dewey. Captain Cleary and Vice Captain Jenkins. How can I be foolish? New Titans were going to score 50. You should VC the first game of the week, bro. VC. Like, I have Cleary in my Supercoach draft team. That means nobody else has him. But I VC'd him because, again, he was going up against the Bulldogs team that defensively minded, very heavy on the defensive. They are... They haven't been great this year, but I just didn't feel like that he was going to have a big score. He didn't. So that's why I VC'd him, just in case I could loophole, because I have Taylor May on my bench, which I would have used. Which then means I would have actually taken out... I probably would have had to have taken out... Tyrell Sloan got 72, so that would have been disappointing, and then I would have got Halasemas 22, so I'm glad I didn't have to do that. T-Dub says, the supporters of the team the Tigers played last week were calling out the Tigers players from the stands. Sorry, not the Waz. The supporters of the team the Tigers played last week were calling out the Tigers players from the stands. Oh, the Eels game. Oh, you're talking about Tigers Eels. Oh, yeah, no, they're dickheads, bro. They got called out massively. They ended up deleting their socials as well. They got called out massively on social media, man. You're talking about the Tigers Eels game on Easter Monday when the fans were trying to fight the Tigers players. Yeah, no, I remember what you're talking about now. I don't know what the Warriors had to do with any of that. So, Jock Madden, he will miss the kick. Stays 32-4. There's the kick. Fiji doing well. Fiji might go on to win the World Cup in the same year the Titans win the comp this year. Unreal stuff. Oh boy. So Sonia Drova, 3 tries today, 4 line breaks, 6 tackle busts, and 122 run meters. I don't even think people have him in our Supercoach league. In our Supercoach draft, I don't think people have him. Let me have a look. I think he is on waivers. Wow. Keanu had the highest score of the round, by the way, with the 139. Oh, I'm so proud of him, man. So happy. Under waiver. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Sonia Drova is a free agent, yeah. 105 is he's on right now with 23 minutes to go here. Sonia Drova is a free agent in our Supercoach draft league. Third tackle now at the 33. Someone a Fainu. I was about to go to Wisau. I was a Jock Madden. I guess Metcalf was the problem. We'll see I don't want to single him out, but I've been observing this for over a year, and people who watch the channel know that. I've been saying this for over a year. Even though Metcalf was good in the first half of last year, I've been saying this for over a year. And, oh, no, the ball's going to bounce perfectly back over the Tigers. It's just all coming up Millhouse, the Tigers. No, they get a penalty against them. But the ball's just bouncing for Tigers today. Everyone says, missed the majority of this game, and it looks like we're going to see a happy Mitchell. Mitchell's pretty happy today, son. Pretty happy today. In front of the kicker penalty. Jock Madden has been really average outside of this season. This season, he has been really good to watch for the Tigers. Jerome Luai is going to be under a bit of pressure right now. He's going to be under some significant pressure to come back into this team and to dominate. Because they will have to get rid of Jock Madden to put Luai in alongside Dewey. And Jerome Luai has to come in and perform to that level. Third tackle here at the 13. And it's going to be so harsh to see Madden get dropped to the bench. Sanders Smith, they go to the right, left-hand side. They're 5 meters out. Knock backwards, luckily enough. Harrison Graham. I like Harrison Graham for the Knights. I think he's a good player. A fifth tackle now. 4 meters out. Phoenix Crossland across here to Sanders Smith. Sanders Smith then. Here we go. Dom Young. No. Tigers defend well. Oh no, Jarrell Skelton. Oh my gosh, Jarrell Skelton. No. It's a try, Dane Gagai. No, Jarrell Skelton. No, Jarrell Skelton. That might have been the dumbest thing I've ever seen in Rugby League, Jono. I agree. That may have been the dumbest thing I've ever seen in Rugby League. That may potentially have been the dumbest play in Rugby League. Jarrell Skelton did so well to get back to that and then offloads the ball in the in goal. What on earth are you doing? And then Jarrell Skelton has the audacity to go like this. Are you serious? There's the Tigers we know. It's like Jarrell Skelton blamed Marcassini for not getting that ball. That is a cardinal sin what Jarrell Skelton has just done in the game. I cannot believe for a second that he's done that and then look to blame Marcassini for dropping a ball. So the Knights, Sanders Smith, he will get the kick. So it's 32-10 with 20 minutes to go of the game here, folks. Hit that like button and subscribe. Tigers, you're more than likely going to win this game. Like it's 22 points. You're in a thin line here, Knights, of being in the game. You need 4 converted tries, but that was just so bad, dude. I feel Benji could put Luai on the bench to start. Hey, it's a bold call, man. But what I'm saying is that you need Taylor May back in this team because Jarrell Skelton, that wasn't good enough. Even though you're winning this game well, like that's just disaster class, and that is if you imagine doing that in a grand final, imagine doing that in the finals. That was just so dumb. Like nobody should even be thinking to pass it in that situation. Taylor May will be such a big improvement to this backline too, even though they're going well. Yeah, the Tigers aren't out of the woods. I agree with this, based off of the fact that Knights, if they get momentum, they can pile it on very quickly. But I do still think the Tigers just win this game from here. But that is, if you lose this game, it's honestly straight up on whatever that pass was from Trell Skelton. So the Knights now they're really pumping this J-Mac documentary, like really pumping it at the 30 on third tackle. I don't think he's going to put Luai to the bench. Sanders Smith has to go down here. Yep. Come back on, boys. Yeah, I don't know about that, Brighton. We'll see, though. They need to score a try probably before the 15 minutes to go mark. So they've got about 4.5 minutes to score. Fletcher Hunt. Oh, he's lost the ball. Yeah, no, there's no comeback here today, lads. There's no comeback here today, lads. Tigers will be taken down on the 30 on 0 tackle. How was the first tackle? I thought that was 0 tackle. Anyway, Adam Dewey at the 25, now at the 20. Fletcher Hunt looked like he was about to be away. That would have been game on, but instead he just makes a mistake and Tigers come with the ball. What the heck was that? Yeah, Mo, the last 5 minutes hasn't been stellar rugby league. Third tackle out the 10, but nothing will compare to the Roosters Sharks game yesterday for stellar rugby league. Kotoi Sau to safer, and he'll be 4 metres away from the line here on 4th tackle. Kotoi Sau out to Jock Madden. Jock Madden then. Adam Dewey. Toruva for 4. No, he cuts the ball back onto the inside. Oh my gosh, Dream Buller. Dream Buller will score. Another Fijian, by the way. It's just Fiji's day. Toruva, Kotoi Sau, Toruva, Dream Buller, Sunda Toruva, Dream Buller. 6 tries for Fiji today. How about him? It all comes off of a mistake there from the Knights, and the Tigers capitalise, and that's the game, folks. Feedy bomb is on. We could see 2 Feedy bombs today. Eels had Feedy put past them, and the Knights, you are tantalisingly close to getting Feedy put past you. Hubber says, Coach Marshall on the sideline again. Of course he is. He stays in, yeah? Yeah, he definitely stays in. He really threaded that line well there, Sonia. Dosoviti. And Dream. Yeah, you can't overturn it. I think he gets to the line here, but I don't think you can overturn it regardless. The referee's in a great position here, but I think he's also assumed. I don't think you could overturn it. Williams says scores on track to match the Titans Eels scoreline. Yeah, but what does that have to do with Titans Eels though? Do you think that takes away from the Eels loss today or something? Yeah, it's a try. It's a try. You can't take that away. Unlucky to whoever's playing the Tigers next week. Well, Brian, the thing is that you can score, and you the game against the Cowboys you couldn't defend, but also it was just ruined by officiating that game. I don't think that the Tigers are an easy guarantee. I'd probably tip the Tigers. He's got that try. I don't even know why we're still looking at this. You can't overturn that. Yeah, like a centimetre of the ball is on the line there. Still waiting for it to be confirmed. Just hurry up and confirm it. We know it's a try. You're not taking it off him. You're not overturning it. It's not happening. And there we go. Try confirmed. Correct weight. Unreal stuff. 2 tries for Dream Bull today. 1 try assists, 4 tackle busts, 142 run meters, and post-contact meters 37. You will be equal first on the ladder with the Panthers, by the way. 20. If you get this kick, that'll be 28 points. You will go from plus 44 to plus 72. So you'll still be below the Warriors' points differential, but you'll be above them because of the 2 points. You're still 60 plus away from the Panthers, though. Carrigan gone for 2 weeks. Oh, that's brutal. No, I'm tipping the Tigers for sure next week. Broncos are decimated. No Reece Walsh, no Ben Hunt. Maybe Reno back, but no Carrigan. Yikes. Oh, he's missed the kick. Wow, I thought he should have been getting that. But anyway, 36-10, 26-point game, 17 minutes to go of the game. Well, what a week of Rugby League we've had, lads. Next stream will be on Thursday for Cowboys versus the Manly. I've got a couple of videos coming out for you this week, though. Then next week we'll do our updated ladder predictions based off of the first 7 rounds. And then another one will come out after 14 rounds. And then I don't think we'll do one after 21 rounds. I don't think there's any point there. You've pretty much got the table relatively locked up by that point. Maybe that would just be a pure power ranking system kind of video, that one. First, take a look at the Tigers at the 15. I'm so hungry. I have not eaten today. I cannot wait for this game to finish so I can go and grab something to eat. This was a great Rugby League weekend. League and your Fijians rule one, Mo. Buddy, Titans won by 50. Ah, spectacular stuff. What day did you say? Sorry, what day did I say for what? Cowboys are the way in that match. Sorry, Manly. Cowboys will probably... they could win that game, but I don't think Cowboys make 8 this year. I think this is a massive falsity to start the season. Fit tackle now at 35. I think they will be equalled out very quickly. But Manly, they could definitely beat. Oh, do we have the top here? Oh, the ball's going to bounce for the Tigers. Oh, it just keeps coming up, Tigers. It just keeps coming up, Millhouse at the moment. Oh, next week, after round 7, is my updated ladder predictions. I always wait 7 rounds. Oh, I wait 7 rounds. Oh my gosh, that's going to be 6 again here for the Tigers. Yep. That's 6 again for the Tigers. They might not need it though. Makasini, 10 metres away here from the line. 10 metres away. Toruva gets it off to Jock Madden. Jock Madden to Terrell May. Then off to Adam Dewey. Dewey to 15. Steps again. And he will keep on going here at the 10. At the 5. High tackle. Should be 6 again. No, they've called penalty, yeah. I don't know why it's a 6 again. There's a penalty. It's just been all Tigers today. Probably next Monday. Probably next Monday or Tuesday is when that video will come out that I'm talking about, though. So what's the over on now? Paddy Herbert's on 86 points on Supercoach, by the way. Jareem Buller, despite scoring 2 tries here, I don't think he's having... Oh, someone picked him up. Because he was originally on the... He was originally not a free agent. Where is he? Yeah, someone picked him up. Alright, so it's Tigers ball here at the 10. They give it off to Alex Seyfarth, and Seyfarth will be at the 3 on third tackle. Cowboys and Manly have had so great wins, 0 and 50 plus. Neither team spectacular though. Out to the right hand side. Adam Dewey. Oh, so close. 1 metre out. 4 tackle. 4 tackle. Half a metre short. Connery's, too easy. Way too easy for the Tigers. Terrell, mate. That'll be the 40. It's 40 points to 10 with the kick to come. You still need 2 tries to get past the Fetty Bomb, but we are really on the precipice of seeing 2 Fetty Bombs here today. We are potentially about to see 2 Fetty Bombs today. Well, Knights, your stocks come down dramatically from this game. Lee says, I reckon Tigers have got this go of a feed. I can't, man. I haven't missed a single minute of rugby league this year, and I'm consistent, bro. I'll be here for the rest of the game. There's 14 minutes left. The Tigers definitely do have this win, but no, I watched the entirety of the game. Could see back-to-back Fetty Bombs. It's likely to see back-to-back Fetty Bombs right now. Jacob says, how's that 50 looking now? We weren't saying that there wasn't going to be a 50 bomb. We have a rule on the channel that if the 30 isn't hit, we can't talk about the 50 yet. The 50 bomb was potentially on, but until the 30 gets hit, we can't talk about the 50 bomb, otherwise we jinx it. Sport Rex says, up the glorious storm. No, yeah, I know you weren't aware, Jacob, but you learn. You learn. And that's why you bet. You weren't hit or anything. You just timed out 5 minutes. It's all part of it. It's like if you say storm with 2 S's. Like there's only 1 S in storm. It's not a plural. People call them the storms sometimes, and we time them out for 5 minutes. It's all just like a jokey thing. It's not like a serious thing. But also, I want to time that again. 13 minutes to go here in the game. This will be 42-10 any moment now. How good do the Tigers look at the moment? At what point, Blaze, would you be confident making the 8? I would probably be putting them in the 8 now. I'm not confident, but like I'd be putting them in the 8 now based off of this early season form. I need the under 58 points. Ooh, that's unlikely. But you're lucky that missed kick just happened, so this will be 52. So a converted try still would be under 58, but there could be still more tries, as in plural, in this game. 42-10. 13 minutes to go here of the game. Do you think Knights healthy make the 8? Not convinced. No, not convinced. I was really liking them, but this has been... Knights fans will use no Dylan Brown and Caleb Ponga as an excuse, but Knights fans have also said they don't need Dylan Brown and Caleb Ponga with how they've been playing, so how can you have the both of them? How can you have the both? You can't say that the Knights are amazing without these two guys, and then when they go and play the Tigers and they lose maybe by 50, the Knights get the short kick off here, they may lose by 50, but at the minimum they've given up 42 points. You then say, well, they're missing Dylan Brown and Caleb Ponga. It's like, well, you said that they didn't need them beforehand. Now apparently they need them, and it's just like it's a confusing confusing thing to say there. So right now, I was pretty happy with how the Knights were playing, but this has been a massive derailer, and it's telling me a lot about their defense, and saying if they don't get the ball, they will get pumped in games. They need to put the pressure on the teams. They need to have the attack. They need to have the ball in their hands and to just keep on attacking like that Bulldogs game. Without it, this score happens. Is what this is telling me right now, because Holbrook's not a defensive coach. The Knights are not a defensive team. They're an attacking team. So this score could be possible in a few games this year, yeah. Best three teams. Dion, don't even include the Cowboys, bro. Stop it. Best three teams at the moment, Panthers, Warriors, and Tigers. Yeah, I'd probably say that. Panthers, Tigers, and Bulldogs still have more than one game to go. Tigers have done it for all season so far, so right this very second, yes. Panthers have done it besides one game, so yes. Warriors 3-0 into a two-game slide, and then went and got a really big win in Melbourne, even though Melbourne are bad. But yeah, no, I would say it's Panthers, Warriors, and Tigers off the top of my head right this very second. The Cowboys are not. They look at the draw that they're getting, look at the fixtures, look at the context of their games. I'm sorry, they will equal out. I do not have them making the 8. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But for the time being, I don't believe they're a top 8 team by any means. By any means. And the Tigers go to the left-hand side, Dream pull, and they probably win against Manly, but also it's Manly. Bunnies up there, and well, there's also a shout for the Bunnies, but they did lose to a team in the Raiders who'd only won one game this season. But they did make it close. But they gave a lot of points. I don't know. I'm not convinced on them, but they've been playing well this season. I just think their halves are their biggest problem still. 7 says, good on old mate, and first, third. True, but I do think that sometimes that can be different. Like, later on in the year, it's probably sometimes different. But I think that is true. And the Knights now will bring this ball out here to the 30. Yeah, sport reactions. I'm really enjoying the fact that your team is as bad as they are. You can get a 10-minute timeout for being a dickhead for no reason. And the Knights now, they're going to get this ball here to the 35. For a lot of Storm fans, I don't have any problem with the Storm, but sport reactions just being a dick. Enjoyed watching you get slapped by the Wires last night, champ. First tackle now for the Knights at the halfway point. 6 again. Sanders Smith goes off to the right. Now they're at the 38. Panthers, Warriors, Tigers. Yeah, they've been going well. Going well overall across the 6 games so far as a collective. Again, if you judge based off 1 or 2 games, then sure. But as a collective across the first 6 rounds, I'd probably say they have been the best to watch. And the Warriors probably win one of those 2 games they lost if they did keep their normal halves that they've been going with this season. 4th tackle now to the 15. 9.5 minutes to go here of the game, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe. The Knights, here's a chance to maybe score. Dylan Lucas, drop out. Smith Rover will knock it dead. We'll see you next week, by the way, Sport Reactions. Logan says, would say gone, but that is Sean's golden word. He's already said gone. He'd beat you to it. He'd beat you to it. Hey, baby, ooh, I want to know when the Titans lose again, which will never happen. Knights will get the ball at the 15. Good little dink there from Chuck Madden, but Knights bought the 15. Easy game. It has been an easy game for the Tigers, Jacob. It has been an easy one. The Knights haven't been up to it, and the Tigers have been clearly the better team here today. Fletcher Sharp, Sanders Smith. Oh, knock on from the Knights. It just hasn't been their day, bro. Hasn't been their day at all. What a good way to end the weekend. Dion, I can not agree with you anymore. It is an amazing day to end the weekend, son. What an amazing weekend of rugby league we've had here. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. I would say I would like the Tigers to not score 50 on the basis that would mean the Titans scored the highest points this round. I'm just saying that. I'm just putting that out there. Amazing win of the Tigers. Is this the second highest points this round? There's been a lot of high scoring games this round though. Yeah, this would be the second highest score of the round regardless. 52 for the Titans, 42 for the Tigers. Greg, would you consider putting the Knights on fraud alert? That's a good question. Because it's been bad. They've lost by 40. Well, 32 points. What would you guys think? Like, they were never expected to be here, but then they got up here, and now they're giving us doubts. I did believe the Titans would win, sir, but not by 50. And now the Knights will bring this ball here to the 15 on second tackle. That's a hard one, man. It's a hard one because the Knights weren't expected to be anywhere close to where they are. They've had a great season until now. But also, and it's like a different context to the Panthers in a lot of ways. Don't do that, but it's right on the line. If they concede 50, I'll do it. If they concede 50, I'll do it. I didn't put the Wars on there when they probably should have gone there after 2 games. I don't think I'll put the Knights there. And also, the Tigers are a good team. Like, the Panthers lost to the Bulldogs, who weren't in the top 8. And the Roosters gave me hemorrhoids in the brain watching them play. And same with the Sharks. Whoever won that game was going on fraud alert. Oh, Turova's away here. Turova's away here. Fletcher Sharp chasing him down. Fletcher Sharp. Turova, 1-on-1. But Fletcher Sharp does enough to slow him down. It'll be Turova at the 24. 452 points total scored this week. What's the weekly record for rugby? Probably up around that. That's a pretty high scoring week. Massively high scoring week. It honestly may even be that. Seyfarth 10 metres out. Second tackle. 5 metres away from the line. Based on the season so far, no, but there are good reasons to. I think if they then go and lose 2 games in a row, we would be like, yeah. Marcassini will be at the 2, third tackle. Seyfarth, what the was? What do you mean, what the was, Michael? Latufanu across the... Oh, jeez. That pass from Dewey that he's had a couple of times today have been so good. But they will lock him down here, and they'll be at the 5, 4 tackle. Off to Adam Dewey. Dewey shaped for a kick there. He had a run through for Jock Madden. That probably would have been a try if he kicked it too. I think he's going to be held up here. Yeah, it's going to be a no try here. They're going to check it. 5 minutes to go of the game here, folks. I know it's a top 4 clash, to be fair. That's what I'm saying, Cosy. The Panthers lost the Bulldogs out of the 8. I think you need to either lose to a top 8. You need to lose to a bottom 8 team as a top 8 team, or you need to lose multiple games in a row. Which again, I probably should have put the Wars there, and then they would have gone off it this week. Yeah, he's definitely short and then held up. Short and held up. Actually, yeah, it seems like in 2022 it was 446, so this is the highest point scored in a single week of rugby. Yeah, wow, highest points ever scored in the old rugby across a week. You can thank the Titans for that, son. Jess says, I need one more try. Did you go the over, did you? Dion says, how far will Knights fall on the ladder? 4th. Like, they're not going to drop off much at all. No, sorry, they've lost by over 16, so they'll go to 5th. Cowboys going to 4th. Wild that they're in the top 4. A 464 is the most we've seen in a week of rugby league, A6. So what are we on now? 452? Oh, we're not going to see it then. Knights will get the ball at the 10, take it back to the 5, take it back to the in goal. No, 3 minutes out from the line. Fraud alert, why was? I said after their 2 losses in a row, they probably should have been going on fraud alert at the time, but not now. They would have come off fraud alert is what we're saying. Did you hear what I said? I never said that Wires are on fraud alert now. I didn't even put the Wires on fraud alert when they probably should have gone after their 2 losses, but... Again, fraud alert is just saying that teams are showing signs of being a fraud. Scam means they're confirmed. Dom Young is going to get this ball to the 40. And now Dom Young cuts it back. But again, things can change very quickly in sport and rugby league. Fourth tackle now to 40. Nate says, just an off week for Newey. I've still got him in the top 4 come finals time. I don't think top 4, bro. Right now, what I was saying, man, is the Knights to me are giving a very one-dimensional feeling, one-dimensional vibe, on the basis that I'm not judging off of one game, but also this was a massive potential for what we could see from the Knights this year. Oh, good tape there from Fletcher Sharp. Yes. Fletcher Sharp, the try time. 42-14 with a kick to come, 3 minutes 50 to go, and there will be a conversion from right in front. I'm saying one-dimensional because the Knights haven't had things go their way today. The ball hasn't been with them. Their defense has been susceptible, and if they're not putting the pressure on the attack like the Bulldogs game, they can have scores like this. Justin Holbrook's not a defensive coach. The Knights are not a defensive team. This scoreline could happen a bit this year, but also they could get a lot of good wins as well this year. I think that they're definitely still up there in the top 8 for me as we currently speak off of what we've seen so far, but now we need to see them fight back from adversity. Knights fans said that they were good even without Ponga and Brown, and now they're going to say the excuse of we're not great without Ponga and Brown. I need to see them bounce back from this adversity. Next week they have a game against the Roosters, which will be interesting. I don't know how to call that one. If the Knights win that game, you'll get back into the confident books. If the Knights lose that game, you'll be like 2-game slide, and especially if they give up another 30 plus, you'll start to understand where I'm kind of coming from. So yeah, I do. That's 16 points. So it's 40 points, 42 points, 16, 3.5 minutes to go here. So yeah, I just feel like right now I'm getting a sense that this could be a one-dimensional team. That if it's not going all their way on the attacking pressure, then they can collapse, which is what they've done today. But the Tigers are good, but they've also put a score past them. Good try, lovely. It was a good try there from Fletcher Sharp. So 3.5 minutes left here. Three and a half minutes left. Well, I don't think the Tigers are going to get the old feedy bomb. Kay says I wasn't far from my prediction of 40 something to 18. Well, there you go. 3.5 minutes left of round 6. What a week of rugby league. All right, Knights now. They're going to bring this ball here to the 20 on first tackle. It's good to see that they've at least scored 16 here, Knights, considering the possession would have been wild against them. I know in the first half it was wild against them. Team stats, possession, 37%. Like, their possession hasn't changed at all. And that's the point that I'm making, Nath. When they don't have possession, they're not a confident defensive team. When they're on the attack, they can score, which they've shown 16 points here. But this scoreline is entirely possible. Dane Gagai, you needed to pass that ball to Dom Young and you're away. It's a good run regardless, but you needed to pass that ball to Dom Young. So Knights here, finish Crossland to Fletcher Sharp, and he'll be at the 45 on fit tackle. For a tall bloke, Buller gets out jumped a lot. That's true. Penalty to the Knights. Quick tap, Fletcher Sharp. Quick tap. He's away. He's away. Oh, taken down to the 25 through a little tap on the ankles. First tackle now at the 24. They could still get to the 20. There's still a chance here. Well, actually, now there's a chance still to go above that 464 that you're saying. 2 minutes to go. Fletcher Hunt taken down to the 9 on third tackle. Tigers, you don't want to clock off. Even though you've won the game, you don't want to clock off here. You've really improved your points differential. Points differential will be key. Try someone to the post, Trey Mooney. Tigers, you clocked off here. Minute 53 to go here. There's still time for another try too. So it's 42 points to 20 with a kick to come right in front. It's about to be a 20-point game. And this is the problem. Like, if the Knights have the ball, they can score. They're a very good attacking team, but they just didn't have the ball today. So if teams can restrict the possession, they can win their games against them because they're not a defensive team, but they can attack like this. But the Tigers have slacked off massively. There's a minute 46 to go here. It's about to be a conversion from in front, so it'll be 42 to 22. If we get one more try, we go above 464, by the way. I think we're at 462 now for total points this round, no? It's been a great round of games, I think, and your call, of course, made it work, BKR. Appreciate you, Shauna. Get around you. Dylan Brown apparently a bit of a chance for next week. I only just noticed the Cows in the top 8, and there was massive talk about Peyton getting the axe first. Look, I genuinely believe the Cowboys will still finish out of the top 8, and yeah, I think that'll equal itself out. I haven't been impressed by them at all, and they're actually going to go into 4th position here. Unless the Knights can score again. If the Knights score a converted try again, then they lose by 14 points, which would then keep them above the Cows. I'd be disgusted if I was Benji. Yeah, I would be happy with the win, and I'd be happy scoring 42, but this isn't good enough in this last couple of minutes. You don't want to be clocking off at all, man. Your points differential is so key, especially when the Panthers' points differential is amazing as it is, and you're close with the Warriors, you're close with the Knights overall, but you've hit them for 20 year, so that's a 20-point swing, and points differential is really key. So Tigers, this isn't a great look for the finishing of the game, but it's a great game regardless. But don't give them another try here. Fletcher Hunt, that's 4 pass. Well, they didn't call it. They'll be at the 40 on third tackle. Thanks for another weekend of streams. Always good. Appreciate you, Dion. Dylan Lucas goes out to the right to Fletcher Sharp. Then off to Sanders Smith. They get quick pass. Dom Young. He's got a bit of space. And he'll get this ball to the 50 on fourth tackle. Now 50 seconds to go through the game. Canberra-Melbourne next week actually has a belter written all over it. They go to the left here quickly. And Dylan Lucas, he'll be at the 50 on fifth tackle. So this is probably just how the score's going to finish up. Yeah, enjoy the next 5 days. Special time in Thailand this time of the year, mate. They're away. Greg Marty. They're going to score again. Oh my gosh, no, lucky Tigers. Tigers, it's a knock on here from the Tigers. The Knights are actually going to get the ball here at the 10. Greg Marty, if he kicks a little bit harder there's 2 Knights players who would have scored. So it's going to be a knock on here from the Tigers. The Knights will get one more opportunity here. 50 is only for the Titans. Exactly right, Chelsea Parker, the greatest team of all time. Are they going to play this scrum? Yeah, they will. 3 seconds left. The Knights will get one chance here to make it. They'll keep themselves in the top 4 if they get a converted try. Yeah, crazy to think Rays versus Storm for a bottom 4 spot. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, whoever loses that will be bottom 4. They kick this ball out here. Dom Young, he will get it, knock it back. Last play here, Dane Gagai gets away, and he'll throw the ball forward, and that's the game, folks. That's the game. So final score 42-22. Tigers, you're very happy with it, but also concerned a little bit how the Knights scored 2 quick tries there in that 76 and 78, which hurts the points differential a little bit. But overall, you're super happy with that. You got up into to second position, and you're chomping some. But there you go, guys. That is the end of the round. Tigers go to second. Knights will go to 5th. Titans win the comp from here, obviously. I will see you. I've got some videos coming out over the next couple of days, but I will see you on Thursday for the Cowboys versus Manly game. Obviously, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. Shirts off for the Gold Coast with the Fitty Bomb, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya.